Oh my goodness, we got some new people in here and amazing. So Kiki, welcome. She's coming from Twitch. Hey there, hey there. Let's see, TF. Thank you for the intro. It's my little, if we talk about some natural disasters, that's gonna be my little natural disaster intro. And we're sticking to our the regular intro. D-Land, always good to see everybody in here. Let's see. Arius Dragon, of course. Well, uh, hand pink waving. I guess the StreamYard doesn't recognize the YouTube emojis, and it's kind of funny. Christy. So all the new people in here, if hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe. You know how it goes. Hey, oh yes, everybody. If you're in America, United States, happy Labor Day, happy Labor Day, happy Labor Day. Today is my day off, and that's why I decided to share some of my day off with all of you. And I think I haven't streamed during a day like this in a while, so it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to be in the studio, having a little stream and everything else. So we have rules in here, obviously, no trolling, no aggravating each other in the chats and everything. So, and don't forget to hit that like button or dislike button. The algorithm is already messed up, but we try to fix it. We try to fix our algorithm, and so that way we can just keep going forward and forward. Hello, Nicole B. And if you guys stick around towards the end, like I think we're gonna do maybe an hour, 2 hour stream, depends how it's gonna be. If you stick around towards the end, we are going to have a raffle. Last time we had some winners. Lisa Boo was one of the winners, and she already got her cup and everything. Hey. So if you participated in a raffle previous times, sorry, can't participate, but your name will be in one of the end credits once we get enough people to put in the end credits, and all of the members. So we have memberships, and all of the members will be in the end credits as well. So that way we can get everybody, all the community, all the support, and you are part of this lovely community with a lot of wonderful people. Justice Jane, welcome. All right, yes. So no doxing, no trolls, no spamming chat. So yeah, okay. I think we're good to go. So my thumbnail, my thumbnail actually said Las Vegas. Well, it said Burning Man floods, Las Vegas floods, and Florida floods. Obviously, we had so many different floods and so many different natural disasters happen. Plus, all the fires in Canada are still happening, and all the displaced people in Maui, and it's just devastating. To me, it shows that climate is definitely changing. So I wanted to talk first about Burning Man, because we had all of this different videos and everything coming out from Burning Man and everything. So, but first thing first, let's get this music a little background started so we can get a little bit of a background of Burning Man and why it is so important, the fact that it got flooded. All right, let's get this little flashback 80s. Let me know if it's not too loud. I know it's too many tragedies. It's too many tragedies right now, and you're right, Lisa Boo. From Florida to Canada to Nevada right now. Hopefully, they did have one crossed over to another live person in Nevada during this muddy stuff, but we have fires in Canada, devastating fires in Maui. So just keep this word spreading, make sure everybody doesn't forget that there are victims after the disasters. Make sure that they are still they still need our support. They still need monetary support or any volunteer support or anything else that you're able to provide, or even just keep them in your prayers if you're religious, or anything. Yeah, exactly. So prayers to anyone affected, and I'm gonna send all of my good vibes. Mother Nature is fighting back, and some people say that we are the aliens. We are the aliens on this planet Earth. We're like a virus. We're occupy this planet Earth, and then destroyed it with a lot of capitalization, and now Mother Nature's fighting back. So, a little thing about the Burning Man. So a little history about the Burning Man. Actually, it started in Baker's Beach in late 80s. Baker's Beach in California. It's right outside of Golden Gate Bridge. So basically, if you were on our live stream when we did a Golden Gate Bridge tour, when we crossed over underneath, the Baker's Beach was over there to the left. So it's a really popular beach in San Francisco, and it's always been popular. And back in the 80s, this is post-hippies, post-60s and 70s era. So a lot of the children, a lot of the adults nowadays of the hippies, they wanted to create a bit of a subculture themselves, because they wanted to identify themselves completely different, separate them from this dirty hippie world into a little subculture. So there are two different clubs that got created, and I'm not gonna say the names of the clubs because one of the names I probably gonna get flagged for this. So, and eventually those two clubs emerged, and then they decided to have a nice party at the beach with the ending of a burning statue of a man, a wooden statue of a man. So it was just like the ending of the party. And all these people were just free. They wanted to be naked out there on the beach doing a whole bunch of substances, whatever they wanted to do. Just they wanted to be free. So they collectively got together and then created this little party. And then after, in the 90s, the party got so popular. It got so popular, so a lot of people start coming in, and they had they were burning without permit. So the fire department was not happy. The city was not happy because people were yes, yeah, just naked on the beach. So the city was not happy because people were coming in and littering, even though they had the belief that you come in and you take your trash out. So they just come in and littering. It was causing nuisance to the city because it's right outside. So the city finally decided to kick these people out. So what do you do with a whole bunch of refined hippies? And they just go to the desert. They're like, okay, well, we can just go and party in the desert. So yeah, yep. There's a lot of nudity over there as well. So the people just decided to go to the desert, and they're like, okay, we'll just party over there. So they found a location at the Black Rock, which was part of the national park, and it used to be a lake. So the dirt and everything is very alkaline dirt. And alkaline dirt is basically fossilized fish poop. Yes, the best way to put it, alkaline dirt is fossilized fish poop, because it's the bottom of the lake, or bottom of dried up lake, where they actually decided to build the Burning Man at. So alkaline, yeah, riverbed. There you go. Sorry, riverbed. There are like lakes and everything else. Yes. So it's alkaline. Alkaline dirt, it's actually very high on pH level. So to be able to neutralize it, you have to use vinegar to neutralize alkaline dirt, but it sticks to your clothes. It's not good for your lungs. And then especially when it combines with water, it becomes extremely sticky. So it's not your typical dirt. It's not your typical dirt that you can just like scrape off, or it falls off eventually. It piles on and piles on and piles on, right? So it becomes really sticky. So anyway, so all of this amazing people, amazing free-loving people from San Francisco. They found this place, and it grew bigger and bigger. And early 2000s, it grew even bigger. So they decided to create like more of a rules and everything that had to be in place for the Burning Man. And it became a society in a way, a society of you. They believe, and you bring in stuff in, and you take everything out, right? And we're gonna get into it in a little bit, the problem with that. So you bring in stuff in to the Burning Man, and then you have your different art cultures, art statues and art cards, and everybody's dressing up. They can be free over there. They can do anything, basically, their heart desires. And some people say it's more of a rebirthing experience for them to go to the Burning Man. So let's see. Oh yeah, Hazi's right here. Hazi, he's not a green screen. Whew. Hold on, just 1 second. Woo! My allergies are kicking in this morning. Let me open the window over here. Yeah, get nice little fresh air in. Drinking my coffee today. All right. So let's see. Oh, Tinkle Tits McGee. Tinkle Tits. I love it. Happy Monday. Happy Labor Day if you're from United States. But you know what? Even if you're from not, why not to celebrate it? I like to celebrate other countries' holidays. Okay, so oh yeah, so come join. I do have. We are trying to build a little channel where we'll talk more over nerdy things, like we'll do quantum physics and correlation with different movies, like Inception, like how Inception can explain the quantum physics. So we'll do a little bit more of a nerdy stuff. We'll do some alien talk over there, and we'll need quite few subscribers, and I'll need to start streaming on that side once we become eligible. And holiday here in Canada too. Nice. Hey, one thing, because as you guys been following me for a while, I do have asthma. So enjoy. I'm going to go get my inhaler. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna put this little Vegas video up for you. Actually, you know what? Hold on a second. We're gonna do, and then I'll come back and then we'll talk about Burning Man a little bit more. Okay, let's do this one. Okay. I'll be right back. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Enjoying this like tiny little Vegas video. right. Okay, so that was a little Vegas video for you guys. I do apologize, but you know what? If I keep doing this, it's part of who we are and part of what we, you know, some things that we just cannot fix. Yeah, I got my little blue inhaler. It's kind of with the allergy season, it becomes worse and worse and everything. Hey, pigeon. Nice. Okay, let's catch up on the comments, and then I'll get back into a bit of things that are happening with Burning Man. Okay, let's see. Monday, y'all. Riverbeds. Okay. Okay. I used to make 3D. Oh, that's awesome. 3D psychedelic art for music festivals. That's amazing. So one thing I do really like living in the Bay Area, because during the Burning Man season that you get to see those art cars getting transferred, and it's so just interesting. And sometimes you'll drive through different places in the city and then you get to see their warehouses or anything. It's just it's eye-pleasing. Yeah, hit that like button. Their motto is leave no trace. Is basically you come over there because the area is so there's a lot of microorganism and everything over there, and it's very fragile. It's a fragile ecosystem that is located at the Black Rock City. So, and then the thing is, like, it's about, I don't even know, 100,000 people show up over there all the time on a yearly basis, or 80,000 people on a yearly basis, and it just becomes this temporary city, temporary life. All right, let's see what else. You want to dance to this music? Thanks, Lisa. I put a little things together for, just in case intermission happens or anything else that needs to happen as well. Lance the Wolf Nation. Hey, thank you. Yes, it's a Flamingo hotel that we stayed at last weekend. It's kind of fun. I wouldn't say funny, interesting. And the area that we walked at and everything, we actually right now it was flooding, and I was watching the videos, but the way somebody mentioned it in the comments earlier, and I looked into it. So with the Vegas flooding, the way they build the new structures and new casinos and the new hotels, the run off from the streets go into the tunnels. But we're gonna get into why that's kind of an important, because of the different subculture that resides in Vegas. So, but right now we're talking about Burning Man. All right, let's see. So I hope you can guys hear the Burning Man for grown adults, as parents never let them play in the sandbox as kids. Yes. I actually had a couple chances to go to Burning Man. I really wanted to, because I just art to me is very pleasing. I just want to go there for art, and then to see how just people dress, the costumes, everything. To me, it's just amazing. And one chance I had to go was with the fire department, because the Burning Man, they actually have their own fire department set up, and then it's consisted of volunteers. And sometimes the guys get paid, depends, but it's mostly volunteers. And the fire departments, they have paramedics, they have all kinds of like life support equipment that they're able to provide. So that was really neat. Unfortunately, I had to miss that opportunity. And the other one was I was in grad school, so I couldn't afford to go. You know how it is, poor student back in the day. So let's see. Oh yeah, Pigeon, everybody was looking for you yesterday on a stream. The yesterday stream, I made it members only because it was a test stream. We went to the local bar in Albany, and I had my fiance and my friend's boyfriend were playing. We had Brian Burns were playing, but the sound didn't work out as I wanted to. So I'm trying to figure out like how we for our next streams we'll be able to niche down the sound and see how it would work better. So I just kind of came back, ran through the stream again, and it wasn't the greatest. So I wanted to just kind of put it for the members only to see our little mess ups that we do once in a while. So all right, let's see. Yes. Okay, so yes. Okay, so 95% Vegas runoff is recycled and one of the highest efficiency rates. Yes, and then I was going to talk about that as well. Okay, so back to Burning Man. Where were we? So as I mentioned earlier, so the Burning Man started on Baker's Beach in California and San Francisco, and then like in the late 80s and the 90s, it kind of became very popular, and a lot of people within the city didn't like it. The fire codes didn't follow the fire codes. The fire department didn't like it, so they're like, okay, well, you know what, you gotta go because this is your last time eviction. I don't remember exact time that got evicted. I think it was like 98. And then a group of those people that ran the Burning Man got together and they found the perfect place in the desert, because that's what all the hippies want to party, is in the desert, right? So, and basically they got together, and then their riverbed with the alkaline dirt over there, so that's why it's like the dust city. But it was great because they didn't have rains, and then it was a lot of thought got put into it, a lot of construction got put into it, and then they're engineers and they are land surveyors, so it's not particularly in the same place all the time, but every year they come out, they measure it out, they make sure they're in the right place, and so they live by the rules where you leave nothing behind, right? And so within climate changes right now and everything that happened, with the rains and everything. So with alkaline dirt, it's basically fish poop, right? It's fossilized fish poop, and it's very hard. Like when it's mixed with moisture. Hey Bernadette, hold on just 1 second. I'm telling you, my allergies are kicking my butt today. Okay, so with alkaline dirt, with this fossilized, because it's extremely fine, when you mix with moisture, it tends to cake. It cakes on and cakes on and cakes on. So every time, if you try to drive on it, basically it will cake onto the tires, and it get to the point like it'll ruin your suspension. It'll get into the engine. It'll ruin that. And then after, if you get stuck in the dirt, so there's this Jeep got stuck in the dirt. I'm going to show you a picture of. And so if you get stuck in the dirt and after the dirt dries, that's it. There's no way you're going to be able to get out. So one of the reasons within the Burning Man, basically they say like, hey, you need to stay put. You do not leave because of this dirt, because this dirt is very dangerous for your trucks and everything else. But if you want to risk it, if you want to risk your life, then yeah, by all means. I have a friend, actually, she's at the Burning Man right now, but I haven't been able to get a hold of her because she doesn't have Starlink out there. Okay, Brendan is here. Wait, did I miss Brendan? Brendan's here. Yes. Yeah, the crew's here. The amazing crew's here from the Nerd Report Daily. Okay, you should totally go follow Nerd Report Daily. Laugh at Life, can you drop a link, please, for Nerd Report Daily? Oh, yes, thank you. So 91, it moved to Black Rock. 91, because the city of San Francisco did not like... Oh, you have friends over there, too. Yeah, I haven't been able to get hold of my friend Amy. I texted her and I tried to call her, but it's going to the voicemail. So I'm sure she's good. I'm sure she's safe because the Burning Man community is a very supportive community. So there are a lot of people were out there saying, oh, it reminds me of Woodstock 99, you know, and the pictures that you see from Woodstock 99, hold on a second. let's do pictures. Let's do pictures because I think visual aspect actually really good for the storytelling as well, right? Let's see. So have you seen Woodstock 99 TV show Woodstock 99? Oh, oops, I don't know what happened over there. Okay, so share screen. Share screen, share screen, share screen, share tab. There you go. So Woodstock 99. So anyways, let's see. Images. Share screen. All right, so the dirt you see, so this is the iconic picture of Woodstock 99. So the dirt you see over here is mixed with fecal matter and dirt, and because it rained, and it was just really disgusting. Like, I feel so bad for those people, right? And then, so basically right now they're comparing Woodstock 99 to Burning Man. But to me, it's not a comparison, because if you, literal dumpster fires, exactly, literal dumpster fires. I think the dumpster fire actually came from the Woodstock 99, right? So Woodstock 99, if you don't know the story, highly recommend watching the Netflix Trainwreck. So the Trainwreck, right? This is the Netflix series. It's really good. And basically it sums it up. And what happened is a lot of mismanagement happened, a lot of things that went into the non-planning details, and it just turned into little dumpster fire. So, but with the Burning Man, yes, there are some. I'm sure there are quite a few people that don't really care. They just wanted to go out and party and everything. But I wouldn't compare Burning Man to Woodstock, because it was in Woodstock a lot of angry people that came in, and at the Burning Man, a lot of people just going out there to be supportive, to look for peace and love, and a whole bunch of party while they're naked in the desert. Come on, guys. Oh, great. Hey, welcome back. Welcome. Little dumpster fire. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. So, but the thing is, don't get me wrong. There are still happening very bad criminal activities, and there is police presence at Burning Man as well. So I haven't been to Burning Man, but I heard a lot of really great stories to come out, and I also heard a lot of stories where, like, this is not what I was expecting, right? And sometimes when you paint a really big picture within your head and you don't get the expectation of this picture, then you become unhappy. But when you don't paint a picture and you just go and wing it, and it's going to become the greatest experience. All right, so right now, let's see, man. So there's a picture of a Jeep going around, and so basically it's this right here. So it's a video, right? And I wanted to show you, actually, you know what? Let's watch this video. It's a Daily Express. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get gig for that. Okay. So let's see. We're gonna watch it without sound. Let's see. We're gonna turn this music down a little bit. All right. So let's see. Skip. Come on. Hold on a second. Hold on just 1 second. I'm gonna slide over here. We're gonna share another screen, and boom, there you go. So if you haven't seen this video, it's pretty interesting. As I mentioned earlier, it's alkaline dirt sticks, right? So one of the reasons they told people not to leave is because alkaline dirt, it's so fine, it's fossilized fish poop, that if you mix with water, it becomes extremely sticky, and it doesn't ever get out your clothes or anything. So the more the more it gets stick onto the shoes, to tires, to anything else, it will stay there. And once it dries, that's it. There is no getting out of that whatsoever. All right, let's see this. So this guy right here, right? So this guy was trying to get out of Burning Man. As you can see right here by the tire tracks and everything, like the more dirt that sticks, that's it. So once it dries, this is a permanent art structure of Burning Man now. Yeah, it's totaled. That is totaled. And then another reason, so they recommended people not to leave and not to come in, because there's a 4-mile stretch of this. There's a 4-mile stretch of basically a dirt road. And the more you try to get out, or the more you try to drive on it, the more stuff gets stick to your tires. So if people were smart enough and realizing it's not just mud, it's not like your regular any mud or anything. Yeah, playa, there you go. That's the word I was looking for. So, and then the more you try to get out, the more it's going to get thick. So if they say like, hey, hunch down, I would totally hunch down. I will see what resources I have and everything. And so far, people are actually still having fun over there. No matter, they're making the best out of it. Yeah, that Jeep is done. That's right. That Jeep is done. That's it. That Jeep is permanent party of 4 signs of parasite living in your body. Disgusting. Where's this commercial coming up? Ugh. Sorry, there's like some gross commercial came up. So that's what's happening. And then let's see. Okay. Playa means beach in Spanish, and people are like, oh, what the? There's water in the desert. Well, what do you think? What do you think the desert is? It gets cold at night and hot during the day. Yeah. Been mudding in the Jeep and was in the mud. The Jeep still got out. Yeah, but this is not your regular mud, Brendan. It's playa. It's fish poop. It's fossilized fish poop that you're not gonna get out from, right? All right. So let's see. Oh, you guys, go support. Let's see. Nerd Report Daily. Nerd Report Daily. Where's the Nerd Report Daily? Let's get a link for the Nerd Report Daily. Let's see. Nerd Report Daily. Go support them. They are a pretty fun bunch of people. And they are trying to grow the channel as well. There you go. So they're trying to grow the channel as well, and they need as many supporters. It's a lot of fun because they do it on Sundays. They do it basically daily, right? And Luis is awesome. Yeah, Luis is awesome. He runs this channel, and he runs his own Nerd Report channel. They're talking about the aliens in Peru right now, and it's pretty neat. Okay. All right, so let's see. Oh yeah, thanks, TF. Where was I? Oh, I wanted to get on TikTok, but with TikTok, it's a bit tricky because with TikTok, I'm not gonna play the sound because we're gonna get crap for it. Oh, come on. So yeah, we're gonna get crap for the TikTok. So, but I want to. It's so funny. There's some videos I saw. It's just like, all right, okay, that is hilarious. So the mud dries, it's similar to concrete. Fish poo is amazing. Yes, it's a dried up, fossilized fish poop. Okay, yes, it turns like a cement. That's actually a perfect idea. I mean, not idea, but perfect explanation what it will do to the stuff. Okay, Burning Man. It's hilarious. Like I was last night, I was just kind of looking at some of the videos and everything, and I was just like, wow, just wow. Okay, let's see. We're not gonna play the sound. Drinking my afternoon coffee. All right, but it's kind of fun to watch. And we'll do some commentaries about the stuff. Oh, so before I forget, a couple days before all of this started, there was an environmentalist group that was blocking a road for the burners to attend the Burning Man. And we'll watch that video. It's really interesting. It's about 12 minutes long video, and I wanted to discuss who is right and who is wrong in this situation. After I'll show you a couple other things. So I think, oh, you saw this whole video? Yeah. But who's seen the video? Who's seen the whole video of protesters blocking the street? Type in 1 or 2 if you didn't. So type 1 if you did and 2 if you did not. Let's see. The video of protesters. Okay, so 111. Everybody's seen it, so we don't have to watch it. Okay. All right, we're not gonna give them watch views anymore. All right, so since everybody's seen it, yeah, we're not gonna give them watch views anymore. That's hilarious. Tanya hasn't seen it. Tanya has not seen it. Welcome, Tanya. Hey guys, don't forget to hit that like button. So, yeah, but I don't know. Like I kind of see the both sides. Because one of the problems with some of the Burning Man culture, not their original burners, not actual people that are going over there and then doing the great things for the friends, having fun. Like I would love to just go out and have fun. But some people actually don't take it as serious to dump out trash. So there are so many reports from the city officials that right next to the city, right next to the Burning Man, there are trash pile up outside of the cities. There constant money has to be spent to clean up that trash. Reno, Nevada, actually having a big problem with the Burning Man trash piling up. So another problem is a lot of rental car agencies and a lot of RVs would not rent out to people who are going to the Burning Man because due to playa, due to all of this dirt, and because it just does not come out. It just embeds in and cannot come out whatsoever. So, let's see. It's interesting to talk about. I get why they did it, but the hundreds of idling cars, not very green. Very true, very true. Cops, though, came in a bit hot. They got out of the road. Yes, and that is true as well. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna open up the panel. If anybody wants to jump on a panel and then do a little bit of a discussion over here as well about this. And then we'll get into Las Vegas later on, and then we'll finish up with Florida, what is still happening in Florida. Let's see. But I will be screening who's coming into my thing. Let's see. Invite link. There you go. Alright, so if anybody wants to jump on the panel and discuss this stuff with Xana and Hazmat laying over here, you're more than free to discuss this. But that's it. No other discussion is happening besides what is happening on the stream. It's amazing. Okay. Anyways, but for all the new subscribers, thank you guys so much. You're just hit the thumbs up because we're supporting this community right here. And if you stick around, we're actually gonna do a raffle this time around. Raffle, and you get to win some pretty nifty stuff like cups and everything else. Let's see. So, yes, thank you guys all for supporting all of the creators and everything. All right, let's get back to Burning Man. Share screen. It's some of the stuff that I watch. We're not gonna watch it with sound because we don't want to get us kicked out and stuff, right? So this is attendees struggle to escape, which is okay. First of all, I do want to say that it's a tragedy. It is the fact that people are stuck in there. And if they are stuck in the mud and the mud dries out and they're not going to be able to get out, their stuff is damaged. and a lot of the permanent damage to their beautiful RVs and everything. But it's just it's terrible. But I heard there's a large group of communities actually coming together and supporting one another. So let's hit up all the purple hearts for the community at the Burning Man that are actually supporting one another in the really bad times. So let's do the purple hearts in the chat. Come on, come on, come on. All right, big channel. I watched a great Burning Man video a few years ago. They stopped to pick up trash. It bothered them so much. Yeah, because people actually do leave trash behind, and then they leave trash outside of the Burning Man too. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, they might take it out with them, but then they have to put it in the different dumpsters and everything else around the cities. So it takes to have a personal responsibility to actually not have this kind of impact, terrible impact on the environment when you leave all the trash behind. Yeah, fire festival flashbacks. That's like another little story. We can actually talk about it once in a while. Yes, leave the trash, leave the trash. All right, so check this out. That's right. Okay, so this is what really looks like. It's muddy. Some people are in panic and they wanted to get out. And they're forced to put trash bags on their roof because it sticks to. Oh yeah, Chris Rock and Diplo were able to get a ride back with the fans. All right, let's see. So I guess this is today. So the sun is back, which is good. And then some people reporting they're going to be back on Wednesday and Thursday. So that's great. All right, let's see. Yeah. Oh man, this is the. Why are they trying to stop them? Why are they throwing rocks at those people? They let them leave if they want to get rid. If they want to become a permanent structure of Burning Man, or then stop? Look at this guy. Like this guy, like he went. Oh my god, I want to watch this again. So he literally ran like in front of RV, try to stop them. If they want to leave, let them leave. It's their equipment. Like look at this guy right here. Like look, or gal. Oh my goodness, people are just crazy. Unless it's their like it's they're people that they came in with and they try to take off and they're probably like try to stop them because we're like, hey, how about me? How am I gonna get back, right? Muddied man. I like it. Muddied man. That's right. All right. So every vehicle that leaves mark is harder for vehicles behind because of what it does to the road. Yeah, exactly. And then all of this stuff is gonna get dried up. Like all of this right here is gonna get dried up. And oh, you know what? This reminds me of the time in Iraq. So let's see. Yeah. Okay. So in Iraq, because the sand is very, very fine. It's similar to playa, right? I still have foot lockers filled. I cannot get rid of this tiny sand. It just gets everywhere. Gets all the little creases. So when it does rain, yes, it does rain in Iraq. And so when it does rain, we still have to get the vehicles out. We still have to push it through. And when it dries, all of this rivets, all this big tire tracks, they are everywhere. And it's really, really hard to walk across the road, like actually with your gear, and you have to walk across the road. You have to like really watch where you step because it's just large tire tracks, dried up tire tracks everywhere. And that's what it reminds me of. Yeah. Glitter? Where's glitter? Okay, so let's see. Okay, next video. Okay, so she's pretty good. She's actually, so I like this lady. I think she was part of. Well, this is not a good stopping spot for her. Okay, so I've been kind of like watching her, and so she's been she's been talking like how the community kind of comes together and everything. So yeah, so it's pretty neat the fact that they're able to get some Starlink out there to get a reception, to get the word out and everything. Yeah. Oh, I love that headpiece. I totally would wear it. She looks happy. Billionaire private jet stuck Burning Man. Nice. Nice. Those billionaires, they don't need to be in there Burning Man. So that's another problem with Burning Man, is because it's becoming so money grabbing, like corporate thing. So it's not even what it used to really be. Right? Let's see. She's cute. She is cute. I know, right? She is cute. Okay. Let's get a little bit different music playing. All right, so. Wait, Nick is here? Nick is here! Yay! Oh my god, no worries, no worries. So we were just talking a little bit. Oh, hold on. Tinkle Teets is here. I just realized that somebody's on the background. Okay, you're not. Okay, let's welcome our new guest, Tinkle Teets. Hi, Tinkle Teets.
Hey, how's it going, Anime?
Good. Welcome to the show. Yeah.
Thank you. You know, I've been really involved with the Burning Man community, but I haven't been a Burning Man, so I'm prefacing that.
But yeah, I hear your story.
Yeah, so I know you live in Northern California, or you used to at least. You know, during the whole. I'm
still here. I'm still here.
But I used to do stage art. I used to live in Sacramento, and I used to work in the Bay Area as well. And so I used to do art for music festivals, and that's kind of where I learned how to do like 3D geometric art. In the middle of so I never knew Janis Joplin. Like, I'm 36 years old, but like apparently there's this town. Oh God, I can't remember exactly where it is. I think it's like not the Pueblo National Forest, but there's this little town where Janis Joplin used to like throw all these parties and stuff. And that's where I actually used to go to like music festivals. And so, hey, what's up, Brandon?
Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you again.
Yeah, you too. Hey, you're dressed as like Goku's kid.
Oh yeah.
Nice. I think we're all nerding out today. I got my Doctor Who shirt.
Oh, nice. That's a cool show.
I also hear like flamenco music going on in the background too.
Oh, yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
So one of the reasons that I started playing music in the background, because I have I bought the rights for some of the music, and a lot of people were during this whole drama were like streaming me and everything. So now every time they're gonna play, like try to restream me, they're gonna get hits with copyrights. So
that's smart.
Yep.
Let's do some 90s. There you go, some classic house 90s. How's that?
Yeah, nice.
All right. If it's not too loud, you know.
Kind of reminds me of like Lords of Acid, kind of.
Yeah. And then it keeps the conversation going because we got like a little music in the background and everything. So it's all about having fun on this channel.
Mm-hmm, for sure. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, awesome. So hey, continue on. I really want to hear your involvement and everything too. So how you were able to do some figures and everything.
Okay, so I mean, this is kind of, well, it's not funny, but like the best relationship I've ever had in my life. Like I thought I was gonna marry this guy. Like I literally, like, we were so connected. He's a DJ, and everyone falls in love with DJs apparently. But like, yeah, like I dated him for years. I moved to Florida during the pandemic to live with him. And so he was a part of a crew. So there's different, so when you think about Burning Man, it's broken up into different camps, right? Mm-hmm. And so like there's like a psytrance camp, trance, whatever. There's all these different kind of camps. So my ex was into minimal techno. And so like I was super involved in like the Moon Tribe, Green Sector, SoCal scene. If you guys are in Southern California, but like I used to travel up and down the coast too. Like, yeah, there were different crews in with different regions, and so like I used to go up and down the coast to even Seattle, like 2 hours east of the 90. But yeah, so I started making art for in the music festival scene in like 2010, I think. Maybe it was 2009. But I actually still have art supplies in my garage right now because it's something that it's like you don't like. I don't want to let go of it, but it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind.
I totally get it.
But yeah, it's yeah.
No,
it's hard.
that's really neat. That's so one of the things that I always love living in the Bay Area, because you get to see all these different art cars heading out to Burning Man, and then you get to see like how they get developed. Sometimes they'll open up their studio in San Francisco for visitors to come and then watch the process. So I really like the art culture and everything, like the very free culture in a way, and I just wish kind of got involved with those kind of different projects, but I don't have time anymore. So
well, you know, gosh, I think it was like maybe 6 or 7 years ago now. The ghost ship fire, like I've been there.
Yeah.
Like I've been to like a lot of like the Burning Man, you know, well, it's not like they don't call it Burning Man, but yeah, party houses, and like so I used to go to a lot of raves and shit in all over the NorCal. So yeah, I used to be like really involved in the scene back in the day also, and I'm very open about this, so I'm not doxing myself, but I used to sell drugs, and I'm legally allowed to talk about it because it's past the statute of limitations. So in California, the statute of limitations, I think is 7 years, but it's been way more than that for me, so I'm not really that worried about it. But yeah, I used to sell a lot of drugs.
Don't do drugs. Don't sell drugs.
Stay in school.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not advocating for it, but I'm just like adding context, I guess, to like, you know, my involvement. So I kind of, I guess, supplied, you know, mushrooms and stuff. My mushroom dealer was based out of Santa Cruz. That was nice.
Speaking of that, last year, what's her name? Cara Delevingne had like a breakdown after leaving Burning Man. Like at the airport, she was acting erratic, and like she was in rehab afterwards. And that's interesting to know. But I do think, I wonder if it was doomed from the start for this year with the environmentalist, you know, staging thing that they did. 'Cause it was already off to a bad start, it seemed like, with this. And now with the 70,000 people that were stranded, that's like, I don't know if it was just doomed from the start, like I said.
Yeah, well, one of the things is because when you get something really popular, right? Like a small little party or some little bar that you open up or some hole in the wall that you discovered, right? And then at the beginning, you have a group of people really with the good intentions and everything. And then others see the fact that everybody else is having fun, so they want that for themselves as well. And then you get some people, opportunists, come in, and they tend to be like, ooh, how can I make money off of this fun? How can I make money off of those people? Even more money. So before it was like affordable, but now it's like way skyrocketed. And I think it's kind of like a bubble, right? Or a balloon. You could blow it into it, eventually it will pop. And that's what happened at the Baker's Beach at the very beginning as well, when the Burning Man started. So I'm thinking like this could be the beginning of it, the beginning of the bursting of the bubble. And I think there are other people are trying to move to Wasteland. Have you guys heard of Wasteland?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I'm not familiar.
So it's more of a kind of a Burning Man style. It's a festival, right? But it's very very like Mad Max style, where people have.
Like that. I mean, that was the way Burning Man was from what I heard originally, it was like
Mhm.
Mad Max kind of stuff and those art installations and things like that look post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, and Burning Man is super commercialized too. It's like,
Coachella
I mean,
2.0.
yeah, it's when you
Yeah.
hear about Burning Man, like, I mean, what's on the news right now? Okay, they're talking about how Diplo was able to walk out and he had a party at Sunday evening, right? And so it's like, and then he was with Chris Rock and a couple, and it's like, okay, well, that's not what the original. Look, I've never been to Burning Man, but like this, it's kind of like, you know, I hate to sound jaded, but like I feel kind of. I do feel like a little bit like a hipster in terms of of the psychedelic scene because, like, you know, growing up, I was used to going to underground raves. I was used to going to, you know, parties where I would have to, you know, get GPS, not even GPS locations. They're like, okay, turn right at the bush, like, you know, but now it's like, okay, pay $1,500, go to a rave in the desert, where, yeah. So I really am a little bit jaded in regards to that, but like I kind of that's kind of one of the reasons why I didn't do Burning Man originally, is just because like back when I went, I'm not going to say it was a phase, but like back when I was going through my development of my artistic ability, like I really just did not connect at all with Burning Man. Like it just made no sense to me. And I was, like I said before, like at the time I was still like, you know, pushing shrooms and acid and drugs and like, you know, this is back in the day.
Kids don't do drugs.
Yeah, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. Don't
I
stay
turned
in
out
school.
okay though, I think.
Yeah,
But,
unless you're in a good mental headspace too. If you're an adult.
Yeah.
I mean,
but yeah.
Things have changed.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm sorry. No,
No
go ahead.
worries. So the thing is like, some people, yes, they associate Burning Man with all of this paraphernalia, right? And they're like, oh yeah, this is what people do all the time, right? But for example, I don't do any of the stuff. Like I have never done. I never wanted to. I had heart condition, so and then I never wanted to like either pursue anything, right? And so I would want to go there. Like I do drink, so obviously I will have like beers and everything, but I would want to go over there just to experience the culture, just to experience the art, the experience like what Burning Man it really is about, or at least was about. But I just now I see all of this commercialized stuff and all these tickets that are like 1,000 plus. At the time when I went to grad school, they offered me to be part of the camp, and they only charged me $200. But I was so broke, I couldn't even afford $200 to be part of their camp, right?
Okay.
So, but it was like right now it's $1,000, $15,000, $10,000 to even like be part of this like super fancy camp. So it doesn't have the essence anymore.
Yeah,
so,
it's like I broke into, I snuck into Coachella in 2007 when I was in college, and I didn't pay, I just snuck in, and got to see like Arcade Fire, Rage Against the Machine, you know,
yeah.
New York, all this stuff, and that was fun.
I used to be when I lived in Europe, we used to go to Paris underground parties. So like every time we'll head out to Paris, and because it was like 4-hour drive from where we were, and it was the Paris underground parties, and there was like a kind of a speakeasy underground. So you have to know somebody to know somebody to know the code to get into those parties, and then they will pop up everywhere else. They would never be in the same. I think they're still doing them, but they would never be in the same like underground place. So, and they're never in the same place twice. So it's always like weird places.
It sounds like underground raves.
It was a lot of fun. So to mention Tinkle Tits, can I just call you Tinkle?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, my real name is Nick.
Nick.
And I'm okay with people calling me Nick or Tinkle. That's fine.
Okay, perfect. So he mentioned ghost fire, right? Ghost ship fire. So for some people who doesn't know, ghost ship fire happened in 2016, I believe, right? 2016. And so basically it was a warehouse filled with people like burners, or just like a really good party, and it was a warehouse that didn't have proper permits, and they didn't have proper accountability for the people that were there. So the fire broke out, and there were 36 people actually passed away, right? Within that fire, and it was devastating to the community. It was devastating to the burner community within the Bay Area. And so my friend Chris, he created a ghost ship memorial. If you drive down 80, down like South 80, and then to the right in the bay, there you see this big pirate ship. Have you seen the big pirate ship? Like, I know you're in the Bay
In
Area.
Oakland.
Yeah, so like in the Oakland area, right before you hit the maze, there's a big pirate ship. It's a black pirate ship. So you build that for as a memorial for the pirate ship. And on the 1 year anniversary, I kayaked out there with him, and we put 36 glow sticks on like all the way around and stuff. And he made a floating heart that lit up out of 36 little light bulbs and everything. So
nice.
for that night, and it was really good, like little memorial thing. So
You know,
yeah.
So I mean, I don't know, like how how involved you guys were also in those scenes, but like like I have a lot of memories of just like, for example, another place in the Bay Area where I used to party was the Noodle House, or the Noodle Factory, and so I used to be like super involved in like the psytrance scene, and it's depressing because like I can just like visualize like, oh my god, like I've been stuck in that warehouse before. Like I've done ketamine and have been stuck in there, and I could have died. So it's like I put myself in that situation, and several of my friends passed away. So yeah, I don't want to be depressing about this. I'll shut up.
No worries. No worries. No, this is a really good open panel, because I really want with this stream, I wanted to open it up and actually talk about the realities of the Burning Man and the realities of all these different floods. And we can move on to Vegas and talk about this, but I think Burning Man right now is a really hot topic to actually bring up the environmental dangers of it because of the different organism and everything that's still surviving in there. So this is good. And even though if we got like 23 people watching, you never know how many people will watch it after this.
Yeah, and I think from here on out, Burning Man is kind of tainted a little bit now. It's not going to be looked at the same like the way it was before, because it kind of had the cool little underground kind of just club scene, punk rock or whatever. It's kind of vibe where it's just like these kind of people that like to party, and then it became commercialized, like some were saying in the chat. And I don't think it's going to be the same from here on out. I don't know about you guys.
Did you see where? I think this was before the pandemic, but like some dude literally ran inside the fire. He was like super strung out on drugs, and he like as the man was burning.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like it's been a thing that's been happening for a while, where it's just there's always something, right? Like someone died because I think they drowned because they got run over by a car when it was raining this year, right? And then
I heard that like currency doesn't matter out there. It's like bartering and trading and things like that. Your goods, like the currency, like actual money currency. I heard that doesn't matter what you have.
I think it's pretty neat, the fact that the bartering and trading instead of the currency, right? Because like, hey, I'll create a little art if I can get a bottle of water, right?
Yeah,
stuff like that. So it's I always supported this kind of system, but anyways, you're right. I think it is tainted, and plus everybody in the world right now is talking about the floods and the Burning Man.
Yeah.
And then it became overpopulated. It became on an international scale, to the point that people like us cannot even get tickets anymore because they get sold out within the first couple hours. And I know I know there are people out there with like multiple computers, like constantly hitting refresh, right? To try to like scoop up as many tickets as they can so they can up hype the price. And so I think we just need to find another little niche and then go check out Wasteland before that gets wasted.
Yeah.
Well, can I just say this? I don't know about you guys, but I am so happy to hear about the Southwest having water at all. So
Yes.
rain, whatever.
Yes.
I'm just like, please, like our reservoirs are running dry. Lake Mead, like I don't know if you guys follow Lake Mead's like water levels. I do because I live in San Diego, but like yeah, it's so it fluctuates. Right now we've had like record snowpack in Colorado. But I follow this creator. I recommend you guys all check him out. His name is Vegas D Tech. He actually looks at all of like the Lake Mead water reports, and so he lives in Vegas, and I think he used to be like a service tech for Toyota, but yeah,
Vegas
and
Tech, you said?
yeah, Vegas D Tech. And he does water reports off of Lake Mead, and he's amazing. And I really recommend you guys check him out because it gives you a good like sense of like, okay, how bad is SoCal? Because he breaks down ordinances, laws, properties. He walks around with his GoPro.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. I wanted to have more of a panels like this where we can invite people from other channels and then we can actually see their point of view for certain things, right? For example, in Vegas, I literally just found out yesterday because I did some digging and everything with the floods. They actually developed their casinos were built specifically for like their garages and everything. They will divert into like these tunnels, and the tunnels will actually collect the water and it becomes the recycled, like they have a really good recycling program. But the problem that a lot of people are facing, they're tunnel people. Have you guys heard of the subculture of Vegas? They actually live in tunnels.
Is it like their transients or?
Yeah. So underground transients. And so the problem with that is because of all of this water flooding and everything else, and it's actually goes unreported. So they have been bodies like washed out and everything else. So it really, because they're unregistered, they're unregistered. It's unreported.
Is it built from did they build it from the city, or was it a city facility, or these are just man-made tunnels?
They're just man-made tunnels. They were built like right outside of Vegas. And so not like on a strip or anything, but like right outside of it, and people just really live in there. So yeah, look, let's see. I think they're called Vegas tunnel people.
It really is like, it's depressing because a lot of the people that are currently homeless in Vegas, and a lot of the, like, they were in shows, and then the pandemic just made it worse, and then also like the entire fentanyl crisis just dramatically made it so like Vegas. It's really sad. It's something that's happening across every single major city, but especially Vegas because they're so isolated. And yeah, I haven't been to Vegas in a couple of years, but like it's distressing. Like, I don't feel comfortable going to Vegas anymore. Like, it's literally a 45-minute flight from where I live right now, and I don't like going there. I used to go to EDC, so the Electric Daisy Carnival. So I used to go there every single year. Actually, EDC used to happen in SoCal originally. Yeah, I love Vegas, but at the same time, it's some really terrible things are happening right now. I did not know about this tunnel stuff, so that blew my mind. So
yeah, so I just dropped the link. This one it's a small documentary. It has about 20 million views. So it has a pretty good depiction of underground city in Vegas. it's just a subculture. It's a lot of homeless people that created the little subculture themselves, and they have bartering system over there as well. So it's kind of like their own little town, their own little city underground.
Las
And some
Vegas is crazy. I
and
mean,
some of those people actually work in like hospitality industry too.
oh wow! So they're just working. They're at the casinos and hotels and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's an underground tunnel system here in Houston where I live, but it's like connects from like the buildings and the courthouses, and they have restaurants and things like that. So it's regulated and it's for the city. Like if you don't want to deal with traffic and you want to walk from one building to another, you do it
Hmm.
underground. But so when I heard about the Las Vegas ones when you first mentioned it, I was like, oh, is it like that? But you said it's man-made, so that's scary.
Yeah, it's no, it's yeah. So it's crazy. A lot of them choose to be tunnel people. They know the ins and outs of the casinos there, especially for Caesars. Yeah, and you never know who one of those tunnel people because they can look like one of us. Yeah.
well, I don't know if you guys know, but Los Angeles also has that as well. And there have been documentaries about people building entire like cities inside of bridges. So like,
Hmm.
because when you build bridges, there's spaces in between them, and people have found a way to like actually move in there and live in there, and it's way safer than not being there. So I don't blame them. Uh,
Yeah, we have
but
that
it's a
problem
thing.
in the Bay Area as well. Actually, they on the Highway 80, there's some pedestrian bridges, and the police departments like start cracking down of getting those people underneath the bridges because a lot of the bridges within the bay is getting retrofitted for the seismic activities,
Mm.
and so they just kind of you just can't do that. But there are still people finding a little hole somewhere, and then they just crawl in there, and then that's it. That's their home, which is
And
unfortunate. The fact that we have a large homeless population.
and it kind of circles back to like what you're saying with the flood frenzy. The people in those places in Las Vegas, especially too,
Hmm.
it's dangerous for that community and these people.
Yeah. So, and a lot of things. Well, it's not just dangerous for obviously it's for homeless community. It's very dangerous.
Mm.
And when we had floods here in Northern California in January, like so I responded. I was working with a CalOES. It's a California Office of Emergency Services,
Hmm.
and basically I was working for the National Guard, and we just kind of like whatever the stuff that they needed to distribute, whatever they needed help with the National Guard, I was able to say like yes or no, we can send it or we cannot, right? So
Hmm.
they were like providing the high water vehicles and everything. So we had this community of trailer park community flooded completely, right?
Hmm.
And so we sent out the National Guard people over there, and there's the only people that we could really send was one high water vehicle truck, right? One. And it was two guys. There's two guys because they were like right close, like not far from the area. They're like, we're going over there. So those two guys were able to evacuate like over 175 people. So yeah,
That's
it
a
was
lot.
it was
That's a
it was
crazy amount of work.
phenomenal.
Wow.
Yeah. And they got their awards and everything. But so the problem with this, it's a trailer park, right? Not a lot of people will have their insurance. They live. Some of the people live below poverty, right?
Hmm.
Or the trailer park got passed down through generations, or the trailer itself,
Yeah.
and the insurance companies, they are getting out there and becoming like vultures in a way, saying like even if you have an insurance, they will try to find every single little niche that you cannot submit the insurance. So what I'm getting with that, I was watching a couple of videos from Sandy. Was it the Hurricane Sandy?
Hurricane Sandy. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that one. Hmm.
So there are people still out there that cannot rebuild their houses because their insurance companies are saying that they had what is it, foundation problems before the hurricane hit. Therefore, the insurance doesn't apply for the flooding and for the house.
And that's
And
messed up. That's BS. I went through a tornado in January and lost my
y-
townhome and my car. I think I've Tinkle Tits is aware of that story, and I think maybe you might be Saname,
yeah,
but
you should tell the story. I think the audience would love to hear the story.
Okay, yeah. I've told it a couple times, but yeah. So I was talking to Jules from Nerd Report and another person, my friend Michael, and I was like zooming, and I was because I work from home as a video editor, and I was zooming, and I was like, "There's a tornado warning. It never really happens." And I was talking to them, and I was like standing outside my front door of my townhome, and then the clouds started spinning in a weird way, looking different and turning green, and then it started hailing, and I was like, "Well, I'm gonna go inside," because then we started hearing sirens, and then just like that, just heard the rumbling, like they say, it sounds like a train, and then the trees were falling on my roof, and I
Oh my
just
god.
screamed for my dog, and we jumped on the floor, and uh, I was on Zoom with them, a Zoom call on my phone, and it just went black, and they couldn't get a hold of me for hours, and so right across the way from me, my neighbor lost her roof, and we were kicking down the door, and trying to save her, and it was just like broken glass everywhere, concrete shifted, like the poor people from that hurricane you were just talking about.
Mm-hmm.
When we were kicking down the door, like the bricks were falling and like hitting our head, and it was insane. And then, like, there was like a flood of water just going down the street, and tree limbs. I got my leg got caught. I didn't even mention this before, but my leg got caught in between a big old tree limb and the curb, and the water was just flowing, and I couldn't move my foot. I was stuck. It took like 4 guys to pick up the tree limb, and
Oh my god.
Damn.
yeah, I
But
lost my car.
wow. Is
Yeah.
is like you're good, right?
Oh yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I just yeah, tornadoes are crazy and it's scary. Like it just comes out of nowhere because like
Mm-hmm.
you always get these weather warnings. And you're like, it's not going to happen, but then it does, and then they're like, oh, be prepared. But for
Mm-hmm.
something like that, you're not prepared because they're like, okay, go get a mattress, go into the most interior part of your house or your dwelling, and so I did. But I didn't get a mattress. I just jumped. I had no time. I just jumped on the ground and covered my dog.
Mm-hmm.
I was just laying on top of my dog. I
Oh,
was,
is your dog is safe?
yeah, he's good,
Okay.
but
Okay.
it was traumatic for him too. It's probably one of the more scary. I've been through a couple life threatening things, but that's one of the more scary ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brandon, I don't know if I told you this, but okay. So a few weeks ago, I was in the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin. Right, my mom's side of the family is very white redneck cornfields. Like literally, I'm not kidding. Like my cousin has 90 acres of corn, and it's feed corn too. So like there's different types of corn apparently. I'm a city person. I don't really know these things, but when I was a few weeks ago, I was visiting my family in the middle of nowhere. By the way, all of their neighbors are Amish. This is how like middle of nowhere it really is. And all of a sudden, all of our emergency alerts, TV warnings, there was a tornado. This is like 3.5 weeks ago.
Wow.
And so middle of yeah, I mean, like like because we've spoken about tornadoes before, but like it's so crazy because I've never storm chased with my family, but I was with my mom and my brother, and my mom was freaking out. She's like, "Oh my god, there's a tornado! It's a warning! Like it's a warning, not a watch or wait."
Mhm.
Watch
Something, yeah. Yeah, it was a warning because there was a tornado that or was it a watch? Fuck, I forget. Sorry, cussing. But it happened like I guess it was only like 30 miles south of us, so it wasn't even like it was next to us. But like, of course, like all the sirens and everything went off. But the building that we were in was one of my cousin's bars that used to be a schoolhouse, and it did not have any basement or storm shelter or anything like that.
Over
So
there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, the building that we were in during that, it was built, I think, in the 1930s. So it was, it was really, yeah, it was really old.
That's crazy.
That's
So
interesting. And because like the weather's been different because this happened in January for me, and there's never been a tornado of that magnitude, or just even in the area for that matter. But
Oh, hold on a second, guys. Hold on. We have a new member. We have a new hazmat member. Woo! Hazmat crew. Welcome, Dylan. Finally, welcome to the hazmat crew. We got some at the memberships and everything. We got some bloopers and some other stuff
cool.
like past events that never made it live. We just kind of put them into the membership so that way they get to see it and stuff. Yeah, and then we'll try to do a little bit more with the members.
So
Yeah.
one last anecdote about tornadoes in Brandon. I saw the photos, and he sent me the photos of a tree falling down between the houses, and I was like, holy crap, like
strong oak trees.
The aim, like it was such a beautiful, like, I mean, it could have done so much more damage if it just shifted just a little bit to the left or the right. And so, I mean, I'm not saying you're blessed at all, because it's a terrible situation to be in, but like at the same time, like, holy crap, like you were so close to being like totally demolishing walls.
Mm-hmm.
So
it would have been crushed under that thing. It was
That's
it was
crazy.
from like almost the base trunk, you know.
Yeah. So I get you. Well, before I used to go to a lot of first responder trainings, and like we actually created some of first responder trainings. So you get to see how they operate in the different structures and like different structural collapse. And so I seen all this like rubble piles, and actually seeing the victims, well, actor victims, right? Seeing them over there pretending to be injured, and then the first responders have to come in and respond, like get them out. But imagining all of this in a real world situation it's devastating, because right now we always prepare for the big one, the big earthquake that's going to hit the Bay Area that everybody's talking that's overdue, right? It's the big one is supposed to hit on a Hayward fault, which goes from San Pablo Bay all the way through Berkeley. And then Berkeley University actually has one of their buildings is splitting in half because like it's right on the fault. And so this is where I live on the fault as well.
Oh, wow.
So we're always trying to like make sure our insurance is properly documented, like make sure we have everything properly documented, because you just never know what's going to happen. And if the big one does happen here in California, like in the Bay Area, it's gonna clog all the highways. No one's gonna go anywhere. It just will be standstill, because where the fault is located, it's all of the major highways, all of the major bridges, and that's it.
So
Because
I was gonna say like the highway from the airport, I guess is SFO, because I flew into there once, and went to San Francisco from there, and went over that bridge where you're by the hills on one side, and then the water, the bay on the other side. Would that be tore up too? That'd be just totally.
It would just be completely tore up. If we get 7.0 earthquake, or 8.0 in here, it's gonna be like what's happening in Turkey in a way, but it will just get tore up. Even though the buildings should be retrofitted. I say should be. The bridges are basically getting maintained and getting retrofitted as well. But I'm not talking about like the casualties wise. The casualties maybe won't be as much as in a 1980s La Lorma earthquake that happened. So, but I would say more of disruption of operations, like really disruption of any kind of operations within the Bay Area.
I would also like to spread awareness of the Millennium Tower, the Leaning Tower of the Bay Area.
Yes, we have a Leaning Tower of the Bay Area.
I don't know if everyone's aware of this, but there's literally a high-rise condo complex. Zanime, you could probably do an entire series about this, where it's leaning and tilting. And imagine if the 7.0 actually happened. Oh my God, because it's already sinking. Like and they've tried to like, because here's the thing, they built a high rise, but they did not build the foundation into bedrock originally. So then after the fact, then they spent I think at least $100 million to put piles to try and prop up a high rise. It's nuts. I mean, like when you think about, okay, so get this. So think about the Surfside condo collapse in Florida. Okay.
Okay, I remember that. Yeah.
In my opinion, this could be way worse than that. I am being dramatic, but it's true.
No,
Like,
but you are being realistic, not dramatic, but realistic. Because if you look at the skyscrapers in San Francisco, they're very, very close together. And this tower is leaning towards all of those skyscrapers. It's not leaning towards the open area or the road or anything. And it's really leaning towards that. So if it does happen, like if the earthquake does happen, it's not going to fall like it's supposed to pancake, right? Because those buildings are designed to pancake. This one is just going to fall down.
Oh,
so I brought it up. Let's see. I'm going to share this.
And it's also shifting the ground, like the entire landscape of downtown San Francisco is shifting from the weight of these things. So it's actually like really serious.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed in San Francisco, because when I was working out there just for the week, I was on the 25th floor of this hotel, and I was just looking at the buildings through the window, and I'm like, they're so close together. Like everything's like, you know, perspective wise, it looked like this. You know, you're just like, holy crap! It's
all right. So this is the tilt of San Francisco's Millennium Tower has deepened as engineers work to reverse lean. So basically, they're trying to dig close up. Well, what happened? They didn't dig very deep down to the bedrock, and that's so it started basically sinking even more. So this is our own leaning tower of San Francisco. So it's this tower right here, and then as you can tell, it's very, very close to the buildings. So if it falls, that is it. And so basically, the Bay Area 545 foot tall Millennium Tower has only continued to tilt further and sink deeper west in spite of architects' best efforts to steadily ritzy building. And it's actually, before it was leaning centimeters, but now it's gaining its momentum. So it's finally gaining its momentum. So the multi-million dollar per unit tower. So basically all of this billionaires and millionaires going to lose a lot of money, but we're not going to talk about like all the other businesses and all the other residential places that are around this tower, right?
And
so there's a lot of lawsuits. I mean, like I think the lawsuits alone probably cost more than it costs to build the actual building. And you can like just go on YouTube, look it up. Like you could see people that live in the residences. If they put a marble on their countertop, it rolls off the table.
So it's like, not level. Like nothing's level.
There's nothing level. There's nothing level. And then you have to think about the plumbing, right? So when you engineer plumbing in a building, shit has to flow a certain way using certain types of pressure. So they're having an entire plumbing catastrophe as well. Yeah.
So Nikki asked, can they not take it down, or is it too close to other buildings? They can actually take it down. They can take this like tower down apart, but the problem is those units are privately owned, and those units are multi-million-dollar units. If they do take it down, that means that the project itself will have to pay out market price to all of those owners, and it's gonna cost billions of dollars of loss. So rather they're doing that, they're spending billions of dollars to fix it so they can still make profit off of those units, because the HOA fees are way ridiculous. Okay, so basically it's leaning more than 29 inches at the corner of Fremont and Mission Street. Hey, maybe we can drive out there and do a live stream about the tower.
Well, it's crazy because people of course, live there. People have access to the downstairs floors, like kind of around where the parking garage is, and the cement is cracking. And
Yeah.
so what they do is they can tape and measure
There you
how
go.
much the cement is cracking, and it's cracking really bad.
Yeah. So Melissa said, I'll definitely be moving out there. Yes, people have moved out, but they can't sell. There's no one would want to buy within that tower.
Then the
Because
economy right now too. It's terrible.
the insurance companies, within the economy as well, but the insurance companies would not approve any kind of mortgage or anything. If you do want to buy, you have to buy it with cash, because the mortgage companies and insurance companies just would not want to invest into this because if something happens, right?
You have to be like grandfathered in at this point if you
Exactly. So you see like the cracks and everything. So
Mhm.
this is the foundational cracks of the tower already. And
I
then
don't know legally what's happening behind the scenes, but I will tell you, if I had purchased a condo in that building before this happened, I would be living there mortgage free at the moment.
Yeah.
So
Isn't
there's,
that by,
there's
like,
no way I'd
Union-
pay for it.
what- is it called Union Square, that area, or Millennium Square, or something like that? Around that
It's
area?
Mission District. Yeah, it's Mission District, right?
Mission? Okay, yeah, because they're like a square. I mean, it was a blur for me when I was in San Francisco, but yeah, I remember Pacific Heights. That was pretty, and the Palace of Fine Arts and the Fisherman's Wharf. That's way
think-
better than downtown.
I think the HOA fees in that tower is like $3,000 or something.
Oh wow, that's
So, yeah. So actually, no, I'm kind of curious. Atlantic Tower
Yeah,
HOA fees.
HOA is terrible too. They're just
I hate HOA. I used to be because when I owned my condo, I had HOA that was not doing anything. So I was like, oh, let me see if I can become member at large. They voted me in as a vice president of HOA, and I just hearing people complain about little things, that a lot of other stuff that needs to happen, and then the board members are really not doing anything. It just blew my mind, and it's like, I quit. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't help. I quit, and I sold my condo.
I'm actually literally dealing with a property management company right now because my neighbors are an Airbnb, and I've heard I screenshot everything, by the way, in terms of me communicating with them and the people that own the property, and they have just been lying through their teeth about everything. And so I've been talking to all my neighbors, and yeah, I don't like dealing with HOAs or property management companies. But guess what? Cross me, I will sue you.
Right? Okay, so the HOA fees is $2,000.
Wow.
Yeah, and right now the cheapest condo is going for $589 at that tower. So I mean, not dollars. Sorry, thousands. $589,000.
I know I was about to say a night.
$589,000. That's the cheapest condo that's going for sale right now.
Yeah, that's
Well,
insane.
But it's actually not bad in downtown San Francisco. But you get that uncertainty. Is it gonna fall? What are they gonna do? So if you have to buy it with cash. Then you don't have insurance. If it does something happen, that's it. You're SOL, right?
Yeah, exactly. When you think of insurance, who would insure that? Where I live. Okay, so I live in San Diego, California, and then I used to live in Florida. Okay, think about insurance for me. Like my house has been evacuated twice because of wildfires. And in Florida, they're dumping all the insurance because of hurricanes.
Mm-hmm.
I can't win. So I'm totally at a loss in terms of insurance. Like I have insurance for my dog too, but that's totally different, and insurance doesn't cover her existing condition. But yeah.
And mind you, my insurance was $25 a month out here in Houston for my townhome. Compared to that, it's way cheaper.
Yeah, but that's Houston and California. I don't even want to talk about how much insurance costs for my house.
How much? I mean, yeah, you don't have to tell us, but I mean, if you're, I mean, because I pay, I mean, I rent, right? So I don't really technically own this house, even though it's a family property. But I pay like $100 a month or $130 a month for insurance. But that only covers me it covers me $40,000 in damages, and I forget my deductible. But yeah, I'm very open about like talking about money, especially with my coworkers. I think if you guys have coworkers, and I really feel like everyone should talk about wages with your coworkers, because it's fucked up how people are short cash. Like your bosses will screw you over any chance they get, and they will hire people at your same level and pay them a lot more. So it's very important for everyone to talk about wages.
And then they make it kind of taboo not to talk about wages with other coworkers. You know, they're like, don't speak about your wages.
Yes.
You know?
And by the way, if that happens to you in California, get that in video or writing, because that is illegal and you can sue them. So you are.
In Ireland, there are thousands of houses crumbling for substandard building blocks high in mica. People fighting for new homes. That's so crazy. Like, so the housing problem is not just in California. Obviously, it's really worldwide, because a lot of them back in the day, the substandard of building, like the building codes and everything. So they try to use the cheapest materials in anything just to build it. But now we see it all crumbling down, just like what happened in Florida. Like a couple of years back when the building collapsed, the condo building collapsed, right?
Yeah, Surfside. Yeah.
Surfside, and that was devastating, because it literally was mismanagement of the HOA. It was the mismanagement of the money and the funding, and then getting anything fixed. And people were complaining for years to get certain things fixed, and they found like there were cracks in the garages and everything. It just so the building codes, or the oldest building inspectors and everything. So you kind of want to listen to them. Like, you kind of want to say like, hey, yeah, there's a little structural damage in here, but we see this more and more often. Let's see.
You know, I was like deep diving into the entire Surfside condo collapse, and I was like really trying to figure out like, okay, like what was like the source, or what was like what were the first signs that this was going to happen. And people that worked there were taking photos of planters that were cracking on the pool side, and so at first they were like, okay, well, maybe it's the roots of the plants that were in the planters breaking it. But it turns out, after all this analysis, that was actually the very first sign of the Surfside collapse. Was they thought it was planters, but it really was just like the weight of the cement planters on top of like the garage deck by the pool.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm actually looking for, I have some photos from the first responders on the ground. They were drone operators, and they sent photos to my friend, and then they passed it along to me. So I'm trying to find the photos of it. It's really interesting to see. Okay, so I do want to put a disclaimer out there. It is absolutely devastating with all these disasters and everything else that's happened. We realize that they are loss of life and loss of property, and loved ones get hurt and everything else, and there are people still suffering after that. We're pure in here. We're really just talking about the structural damages. We're talking about so we're not being insensitive. We actually realize that a lot of the damages are happening to people as well. But in here, we're just purely talking from first responder world, or from any kind of like structural damages and everything. So I wanted to put that kind of disclaimer out there, so people will not be like, oh my God, they're so insensitive. Look at that. But let me find, you guys chit chat. I'm going to try to find those pictures, because it's really interesting to see like to see actually from the ground at night and how everything. So those weren't released, but right now we can actually put them out there.
See, I was reading the chat. I'll read the chat while you look it up.
Yeah.
See what they have questions, but yeah, Tinkle Tit said, "Well said, thank you."
So, if you guys want to do deep dives in this, like there really are amazing 3D structural engineers that have broken down super detailed analysis of the actual structure and what they're, because here's the thing: it's like it wasn't just the planter was like the first signs of it actually cracking, but before that there were signs of like water leaking through the tubes and rusting things. And so like everything combined, it really is a deep dive. I recommend maybe watching it at 1.5 because you might fall asleep.
Engineers, I know they like to mitigate any kind of potential damage. Like, I mean, I've worked with engineers on video projects and stuff like that, and they're like, that's one of their mitigating safety hazards or any kind of hazard. They try to like minimize it and approach it. So, like you said, with 3D structures that they print and create any kind of scenario, I imagine it's getting better and better throughout the years, because when I was working with them, there was no 3D printing yet. It was just testing it out on a country farmland out here in Texas, and like, okay, let's just see what damage this does.
Yeah. So a lot of the stuff, for some people, the topic is actually really boring because they're like,
yes.
oh, okay, well, first responder, I don't know, I don't understand what they're talking about, and then they're seeking drama and everything else. But to me, that topic is extremely interesting because it kind of correlates within the actual field that I do for my job, and like talking about emergency response, talking about the different two different engineers, and learning about the different bridges myself. For example, right now the oldest bridges are getting retrofitted, and the older bridges have more of a box shape columns, right? But the newer bridges will have more of a V-shaped column at the top. So this is for retrofitting for seismic activity. And so now every time, and then the structural engineer actually explained that to me, like the bridge engineer. And now every time I see a bridge, I'm like, oh, that one's not retrofitted. Oh, that one's good. Oh, I don't want to be underneath this one.
Yeah.
Hey, the new Bay Bridge is amazing, isn't it? I love it. I love it so much. The old Bay Bridge sucked, but the new one is great.
Yeah, the new one is beautiful too.
Yeah, and all the LEDs they put on it, that was a nice touch. I was dating someone in Oakland, and he took me on his electric motorcycle to, I forget the exact location, but it had a really nice view of the Bay Bridge. And I didn't know that they had installed new LEDs on it because I'm 36 years old, right? So I think they did this in like the past. Well, I'm not sure exactly when they installed the LEDs, but it was within the past decade for sure. But I like, it was kind of cheesy. It was kind of like he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna drop you." So we rode up on the motorcycle at this like makeout point kind of location, and he's like, "Check this out," and then it was like this Star Spangled Banner on the Bay Bridge in the distance.
So the Bay Bridge is really pretty to. Oh my god, I'm looking at all these photos and it's just kind of like, what the hell? it's funny. So Bay Bridge is really pretty to drive on. I did a live stream. I think it was day before yesterday. Yeah, and Woodwood just kind of drove around the city, and yeah, like some stuff was pretty shaky, but they got to see the Bay Bridge and everything. It was really pretty, and I think we want to do more. I want to kind of go and videotape it and then put like a small video together for people to see. And they really like just kind of getting out there and kind of just exploring and seeing from their own places. Like, for example, they can't sometimes. Well, I had this one lady tell me that she's been bedbound for over 10 years. and she cannot get outside. So it was really nice for me to take her to the beach. Like, well, it was a live stream, right? I was just walking to the beach, and it was really nice for her to see there's something outside of her four walls that she's been living in the room, right? So I wanted to do more of those.
Mhm.
Maybe we can all get out there and then check
You gotta
out.
take people along your journeys.
Yeah, exactly.
It is beautiful.
So I can't seem to.
By the way, have you ever spent much time on Treasure Island?
Yes, yes. Actually, the Treasure Island has one of the fire department training facility, and they have a really good rubble pile over there. And we kind of did a part. I wasn't participating, but I listened into some of the meetings for radiological cleanup that is happening on Treasure Island too.
Yeah, I used to. My drug dealer used to live on Treasure Island. And
You know what?
I spent a lot of time over there.
Those places are. Okay, what about a Rainbow Bridge to Asgard? Rainbow Bridge to, yeah, I'm sure it's safe. I don't know, let's ask Thor. Where's my Thor?
That's funny.
Nice. Okay, so
You have a couple jokesters in your chat sometimes. I see them. They're pretty funny.
yeah, I love them. Like we have Pigeon Mac, TF. You know, they come in and they make a lot of like amazing jokes and remarks and everything. I love it. And sometimes it's little inside jokes too, because they've been around for quite a while.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks for having me and Tinkle Tits too. You know, he's
Hey, so Tinkle, do you have a channel?
That's a loaded question because, like, okay, here's the thing: is like I used to try. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep this brief. So, like, I was building an online platform. I used to do police chases, and so I was streaming police chases on Facebook, basically. But then I had a crazy ex who cyberstalked and harassed me, and I had to deal with my work. I had to tell my HR, like they were calling my coworkers, emailing people, and so like I really deplatformed myself just as like a safeguard because I used to have thousands of followers on Instagram. I removed my Instagram, just like straight up deleted it. I actually recently was like, hey, I wonder if I could reactivate it. I cannot reactivate it.
Oh, no.
And that's okay. Like I don't know what really happened with my ex, but at the same time, it's nice to know that I'm not like fearing for him. And by the way, I was not the only person he was targeting. And if you are, I know someone in here, was it Ronan? Someone in here in the chat was talking about how they're from Seattle, from the Seattle rave scene. If you want to hit me up, this dude, to the last of my knowledge, is in the Seattle scene. And so I'm super open about talking about this dude and how he tried to ruin my life. He didn't ruin my life, by the way. But he tried to ruin multiple people's lives. I'm not the only person he targeted. He stole at least like $20,000 from me, essentially.
Oh my God.
When you consider hotels and flights, like I was a sucker, like I was a sugar daddy. Yeah. So
in that depth.
I'm 36 years old and I was a sugar daddy.
I am so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah.
Like I can really relate to how all of this like cyberbullying and everything else can happen as well. And then the fact that like it spills into your real life, and it takes a lot of mental courage to really crawl out of all of this and then start kind of putting everything else behind. So I give you so much props, and I'm telling you, like, I don't know if you know my story, but I can really relate to you on this one.
I'm pointing to my old license plate. That used to be my Instagram handle.
Nice.
I'm doxing myself. Xanami, I found about you through the entire tweaker church people, and I'm also the one that kind of broke the news to the true crime community that he was getting sued.
Nice.
So I was talking to Rabbit about it, and then she was tired, so then she hit up Blair, and I guess maybe Ikmel too. And I think of course Ikmel, like, he was already, like, the way that lawsuits work, like, he was already like in like working on suing Ryan Up Church too, but not sure what you're gonna do. I support you no matter what. So you can be quiet about it but you don't have to. I'm not saying she's suing him, you guys, but if she does, I support her.
Well, thank you. So I plead the fifth on this one.
Well, I support anything you do. So.
Yeah. So sometimes it helps, like, when you have when you have people in the background and helping you out and everything too. So.
Yeah, I'm more of a background type of person.
I used to be the background type of person until I came to I got thrown out into this YouTube world. I was definitely a background person for a very long time.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I found the pictures.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Not to change the topic, but to change the topic.
Yeah.
Before you change the topic, I did want to, like, state one thing, because you asked, like, oh, hey, like, do I have a channel? So I actually used to run the world's most famous Dave Defeat source server. So I did professional gaming for years.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's kind of like my internet, like, shtick is I used to play video games for a living, competed in tournaments and stuff like that too.
Hey, so did you ever go to, like, Las Vegas, to the largest gaming convention in Vegas?
No, so what I did back in the day, I used to play Counter-Strike 1.5, and then I played Counter-Strike 1.6, and then Duty 1.1 or 1.3. I mean, yeah, I used to play it competitively, but then I used to mod servers too. So I don't know if you play, like, video games where you mod. So, like, imagine a video game, but then you make it more fun by, like, adding random ass shit. Okay. Like for example, I would convert enemies into chickens, like, just weird stuff. Like, so I used to have modded servers, and so I used to be known for modding my servers, and yeah, that's my internet claim to fame. It was more behind the scenes. I was never on camera.
Nice. Hey, so everybody in the chat, hit up all the purple hearts to support Tinkle, and then all of the stuff that he went through, and now it's so good to see his face and coming out again and not being in the background. So make those supportive purple hearts rain, because obviously it's to some. See, I have purple lights too. So
well, I had it. I mean, y'all's are so cute. I had to join the cute panel. So.
Well, thank you. No, this is a really good panel. Like, I like to open up a panel sometimes. Just kind of at the very beginning, we'll brush up on a topic, and I'll do a little talk, and then after that, I'll open up the panel, and you just never know where it's gonna lead you to. And with my algorithm, has been so messed up right now. Algorithm doesn't know who I am. Like, they don't understand what kind of channel it is. So I wanted to gear towards the podcasting, more like vlogging and podcasting, so I can fall in within that category. But I don't know, we'll see. That's why I'm developing, like, my other channel is Xanaverse, and right now I only have like about 28 subscribers, and only a few videos. But I wanted to, like, have more of scientific discussions over there. More like, I'll talk about quantum physics and correlation to the movies and how we can explain quantum physics with, like, Inception movie, for example. And I want to talk, like, more aliens and space over there, like Webb telescope and stuff like that. So it'll be more.
Can you link it? Can you link your channel in the chat for?
Yeah, I want to subscribe to it.
Let's see. If any of my mods, can you guys link my other channel?
I'm from Space City, so yeah, that's definitely up my alley.
Yeah, perfect. And I want to, like, with vlogging and everything, I want to do, like, maybe go into some alien museum or something. Thanks, TF. And so just do more of a
Universe.
scientific, nerdy stuff talking about that. So it'll be like Xena Nerd or Xenaverse, like the universe, but Xenaverse.
I did see your video where you posted that you went with the musician. You're hanging out with musicians the other day.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was a well, we did a live. I made that live under members blanket right now because
Mhm.
I'm still trying out to see if I want to go because my fiance he actually plays. He's in a band and they're trying to like create other band as well. So we have a very large group of friends that are all musicians. And I wanted to create, sometimes I'll do live streams where I'll basically do a virtual tip-in for them, for the musicians, right? So we can, hey, if you want to listen to them, let's support the musicians. But I need to get the sound right first. I do have Rhodes speakers, like the, the
Yeah.
little Rode microphones. I was trying to play around with them yesterday, but it didn't sound as well as I wanted to. But I think I was also like really close to the speaker. So it's going to be still like on the testing out stages, but that's why this anime, this channel is going to be more of a vlogging, podcasting, hanging out with musicians, doing things like that, and just majority like just kind of going off the different topics and everything too. So,
Which kind of music like genres were they? Are
They
you
play-
kind of like leaning to?
old school rock, majority like some country and some like old country, and sometimes they do Billy Idol, things like that. So it's very. They're actually playing on Wednesday, and they want me to come out on Wednesday and then see if I can set up a live stream as well. So it's gonna be about 7:30, 8 o'clock p.m. California time. So I'll try to set up a live stream on Wednesday at the bar, and we'll see how it goes.
Do you have a mount for like your pop filter that you have on your mic right now too? Like maybe that'll help with the.
Yeah, I guess this is my mic right now.
But for the camera, like if you're on a DSLR with a hot shoe, I can get nerdy with it. I'm in video production, so
Nice. Okay, we can. You know what? Maybe we can talk offline, and we.
yeah. You don't want. I don't want to bore these people.
Yeah, actually, let's talk offline, and maybe you can help me out with the sounds and everything.
Yeah.
All right, so carry on to the pictures. See, that could be interesting. So I think a lot of people been coming in, and they're like, yeah, this is what we want to see. We just want to like have a nice little hangout spot where not a lot of negativity. It's just a very good supportive community. So that's
Hey,
what.
Brandon, I have a mood rock too, but it's not RGB, so you got me there.
I love his little. Is it salt lamp?
Yeah, it's a Himalayan salt rock. I got it from a video set shoot when I was working on it for. I hate to name drop it. It was Electronic Arts, EA.
Mm-hmm.
The gaming, they make the games, like Madden.
Nice. Okay, now I need to get a salt lamp. Now I need to get a salt lamp rock right over here. I got my TARDIS.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one.
So actually, this is a custom-made TARDIS, and it's made out of lapis. Lapis is indigenous to Afghanistan. So I came up with schematics for it, and I had guys in Afghanistan, like while I was deployed over there, make this for me out of lapis with my own schematics, and inside of it is marble.
Oh, that's a sturdy one right there.
It's really heavy, but this is my treasured piece that I will never let go of. But yeah, all of this is lapis, and then this is pure lapis at the top, and it's got like nice little gold flakes and everything too. So
yeah, that's
anyways,
awesome. That's like one of one. That's one of a kind thing.
That's my nerdy piece.
Okay, here's my nerdy piece. It's not as nerdy as yours, but Steph likes to call this my dildo. It's a 3D printed prototype of Starship S-20. So it was one of like the Starship rocket launches from Boca Chica.
That's cool.
It looks like a dildo. My ex gave this to me. Not the soccer
love
one, but
They love it. Oh my god! Since we're talking rockets right now, hold on a second. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah,
All right, we got this, Brandon.
yeah, but yeah, dude. It was interesting. I was like working like I said, like freaking 20 hours a day for like 2 weeks, and so I was just stuck there in the studio, and they left us behind the production, and I was like, I'm taking this thing. They're not even paying me overtime. I'm taking that. They didn't care though.
That's pretty. Mine just turns yellow and off. Those
Okay.
are
My
my
aesthetic, I think.
Hey,
Yeah.
I think my rock is bigger than yours.
Oh my god. Okay, size queen. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's a.
All right. So you guys want to know what this is?
I
Actually,
have an idea.
who can guess this?
Is it a mug? Do you put coffee in it?
Is it thermos, like the thermos mug, like thermos
Okay,
things?
close. Like, what does this look like?
I mean, it looks like a bullet for sure.
It looks like a. It looks like
Missile.
there's a sexual lubricant.
It looks
called
like a missile.
Gun oil.
Okay, so it looks like a missile.
It looks like gun oil. The silicone lubricant. The bottles look like that.
Okay,
Look it up.
So-
I'm not lying.
back in the 60s, right? Melissa said piggy bank. And then TF, it looks like good time. Okay,
You need to have a flange. If you guys consider anything like this, it has to be flanged. That way it does not become an OR situation.
you're
Just saying.
right.
I don't know what a flange is, but I take your word for it.
All
I
right,
know
so
flanger for guitar, but
back in the 60s, it was back in the nuclear age, right? It was a nuclear fashion. Everything was kind of like was gonna make nuclear tables, rocket tables. So it was like very popular, right? There's some stuff inside. So this actually ice cream maker.
What? I would have never guessed.
Yeah. So this is
wow, that even looks
That's
even more
titillating.
promiscuous, you know?
okay.
Try
So
to be very clean about my words, but
so this right
pushing
here.
me.
So basically, you open this up, right? And it's got check this out.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So smoothie maker.
Are
There you
those
go.
whippets?
Yeah.
Nitrous oxide? What?
They're old school. Well, it's just an empty box.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm a nerd for like a lot of old school stuff, and that's why I have all this weird toys and stuff like that. So you put a whippet in here. This one is empty, right?
Is that
And anyways, so you twist that, right? And then you put all your ingredients in here, right? And then you kind of put this on top, and then you twist it while it goes, and all the milkshake and everything else, it gets in there like shh, right? And after that, you open this, and with pressure, it's gonna come out of it.
Is that
I'm sorry. That is so much work.
my milkshake brings all the boys? That's a Tinkle Tits. You
But-
need this one, dude.
But they made it look like a nuclear missile. That's why it looks so interesting.
I just can't believe how much work it goes into making ice cream back in the
I
day.
know, right?
Apparently,
And then
Oh,
check
I made homemade
this
ice cream
out,
before, but it was like with salt and all that stuff. You know.
right? And check this out. So it's got all the recipes and stuff.
Mm.
How to use your smoothie,
this is very like Fallout vibes.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, if I build a bunker, I would want that.
Portal 2 vibes.
So this the kind of stuff is going to be on Xeniverse channel, because I have multiple things that people think that are others.
Do you have like MREs and stuff like that? Since
Oh, yeah.
doing your military.
Yep, I have that. You know, we can do like live streaming, open in an MRE, and then I'll send an MRE to a couple of the guys if they wanna come on a panel, and we'll just eat an MRE together.
Okay, let me just say this: don't do drugs, people.
Yeah,
However, don't do drugs. Drugs are bad. However, you could buy whippets on Amazon. Prime. You can Amazon Prime Whippets.
I know, right? Don't do drugs.
Aren't MREs
Medical
poppers?
grade. You can get medical grade Whippets on Amazon Prime.
Aren't
So
they the
yes.
same thing as poppers?
No, they're different from poppers. Nitrous oxide is Whippets, and poppers are some sort of like nitrate or something that you. Yeah.
Okay. Bernadette's
so-
like, what?
Hey, so we have a Halloween stream actually on Halloween, and usually I do. Last year we did Halloween from Xana's porch, and I had like candy set out and everything, and we had like kids come over, and then they're showing off their little outfits. It was really cute. So we did like dad jokes, we did Halloween jokes and everything. I would love to have you guys on a panel. So it'll be open panel, and I will be dressed up. I don't know yet because we did a poll, and the poll said for me to wear hazmat suit. But atomic fashion could be kind of fun for Halloween outfit too. So we're gonna be all dressed up and everything from Xana's porch.
That'd be cool.
Are you doing it on like actual Halloween or like on the Saturday before Halloween or
No,
what?
actual
wait,
Halloween. So I
Let me
think
look
it's
at the calendar.
What days
Sunday,
it
right?
falls? I don't know what day it falls on. I'm terrible. As I get older, I'm like, what day is it?
I know, right?
Yeah, I guess it's
Let's go
on Tuesday.
night.
It's
Yeah,
a Tuesday.
Tuesday night.
So you're gonna okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I'll be home. So I wasn't gonna dress up for Halloween, but I decided this year that I was going to do a tribute to a family member's best friend. So I'm going to be dressed in lederhosen, and I'm going to be a yodeler for Halloween. I can't yodel. Don't ask me to. But I have everything I need for the outfit. I already have it. So yes, you will see me in lederhosen.
That would be phenomenal. So yeah, it'll be open panel, and it's dad jokes, Halloween jokes, and really anything goes kind of topic. And it's going to be up Xana's porch, and I'll have some like little cartoons and stuff like that. Just let's just have fun.
I think
Let's
I'll
just have
just grow a
fun
mustache.
and trick or treat.
Be Cheech from Cheech and Chong with the little tank top and then the hair.
I love it because we usually go all out on Halloween in here, and then plus now I can actually decorate my house and everything. So it's a lot of fun. Like we do pumpkin carving stuff, and now I'm just gonna be streaming on Halloween. It's fun.
Nice.
Yeah, I already have a Halloween intro put together. You guys want to
Maybe
see?
you should do a members only pumpkin carving stream.
Oh, that could be fun. All right, so you guys, members only pumpkin carving stream the weekend before Halloween. So if you become a member, so members only pumpkin streaming. All right, so okay, I even have my little Halloween intro and stuff.
Oh, nice.
You guys want to see it?
Yeah, show us.
All right, hold on.
Sneak peek.
By the way, Brandon, because you talk about Chong, I have, or like Cheech and Chong, like literally my mom bought me all of the stuff that you see advertised on Twitter, all of like their CBD shit. So I have a ton of all of their CBD stuff like throughout my house.
Nice.
The daytime stuff doesn't really work too much on me because I guess it just has like taurine and guarana and all that kind of stuff. But the nighttime stuff, I really do sleep really well. So I will advocate for the good vibes or the sweet dreams or whatever they call it.
Nice. Okay, so this is a sneak peek for Halloween, for our Halloween show. That's all you guys get.
For horrible jokes.
Love it.
That's funny.
For horrible jokes.
I know, like even Bernadette was saying, like people decorate for Halloween super early. Like it's some people's
Yeah.
more like they like it better than Christmas. You know.
Hey,
I decorate right after my birthday because my birthday is September 30th. And then so
Mhm.
like day after my birthday, it's like a mandatory Halloween decoration time.
So
well,
you
I already
already.
started decorating because I haven't mowed my lawn in like 3 weeks. So it's looking pretty haunted mansion-ish in front of my house right now.
See, I used to have like little skeleton statues, and one of them got ruined in my place whenever the tornado hit. So I haven't been able to like replace it, and it always was spooky, and like dark lighting and different colors and skeletons and things like that, and
Nice.
freaky old
Oh,
boys.
oh, speaking of September 30th, Zana birthday stream. Yes, so I'm going to do a stream on my birthday.
Mhm.
What we're doing in my backyard, I'm clearing out my patio in the backyard and we're turning that into a stage. And so we're gonna have a bunch of musicians come out, and
Nice.
it's gonna be like live music and everything too. And I'm gonna do a stream. So, but for a stream, I'll just set it up, and then once in a while, like I'll come in or somebody else come in, and we'll be talking and everything else. So it's not gonna be just like me talking to everybody else. So
That'd
that's
be
gonna
fun.
be a fun stream. That's why I need some help with the
Uh,
actually testing it out, the sounds and stuff.
I was gonna say that sounds awesome. You should. Are you trying to like monetize it? Like, what are you? Are you trying to like market it? Like, what? Because you're gonna be promoting. Like, is there? I mean, you don't have
Yes.
to, but like,
So some of the musicians will come out. They do have their own either channels, or they have their own like support, like PayPal and everything else. So I'm going to put just kind of like on the bottom right here. It's going to be their information where people can like tip them and everything else if they want to. And then they can buy hazmat treats if they want to, stuff like that. So it's not, it's, I'm not really like out there to just for myself. I just wanted to like support the community. Does that make
Mhm.
sense?
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just saying because that sounds awesome, and I definitely you're
Thanks.
promoting your friends, right?
Yeah,
So like,
exactly. Promote friends,
so
promote other
yeah.
channels. And then that's what like this little podcasting is all about, really. And then I am gonna start saving for this pretty awesome camper that I want. And
Oh, is it travel
yeah,
blogging or what?
yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you. So basically, it's you know what? I actually let's go to my channel. I have it in my community tab, so I'm gonna show you. It's kind of funny. I had somebody comment under that community tab as well. So, all
Hey,
right.
your mod laugh at life. Thank you for reiterating drugs are not cool. I'm
Yes,
sorry that
yes,
I've
yes.
said very
Remember,
positive things about drugs, but drugs are not cool. Don't do them.
yes, drugs are not cool. Kids stay in school.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Listen to
right.
your
So,
parents.
yes, listen to your parents. Well, sometimes listen to your
Sometimes,
parents.
yes.
Okay. So
Oh,
this
that's a
is the
nice one.
camper. Yeah. So we're gonna be start saving. So like all the money
The
from the
Benz.
YouTube channel,
Mhm.
like all the or like super stickers, super chats, anybody like tip me or anything else besides hazmat gets little treats once in a while. But yeah, this is all of the money we make here. It's gonna be this. So this is my birthday wish for next year.
Why? I think if you manifest it, you'll fulfill it. You know.
Yeah. So this is, and then imagine like doing a cooking show or like a little cooking, Xana cooking podcast and seeing the ocean in the background, right? So and I'm gonna get Starlink, so that way we can get like actual connection and everything for the streaming. But check
Yeah,
out the comments. I'm gonna show you
I
one comment in here.
I don't
Somebody
have
can,
Starlink, but like yeah, like because essentially I think you pay like what 500 something dollars as just to own the equipment, but then you pay like 100 something bucks a month, but you have gigabit internet anywhere in the world.
Mhm,
Like,
exactly.
so you could be traveling everywhere and you can have super high. I mean, like you could have internet faster than my home internet in San Diego. Screw you,
Mhm.
Spectrum.
So you're saying y'all match? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Bad Wolf came in and said, like, You have the audacity to come to her page after what you have done to her for a whole year. Maybe you should buy the vent for her due to hardship you released.
Oh, Upchurch. Oh, shoot. Okay, yeah, I see now. Mm.
Yeah, so.
Hey,
But anyways,
I like the Vegas D Tech on the bottom right too.
oh,
Follow him, you guys.
yeah,
follow him.
yeah. Because I got his channel and stuff, so that way I can drop it in the link. So yeah, but this is what I want. This is my birthday wish for next year, hopefully, and all the money I make, because I can't really afford it like right now. But all the money I make off the YouTube, of the like tips, super chats, anything else is gonna go towards this.
You know, like so it has something to cook in on the inside,
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm gonna show you.
the interior.
So let me see.
I can totally imagine you slapping a Starlink satellite on top.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. I'll have like solar panels, good shower in there, and Starlink, and it's got a queen size bed. So it's gonna be me and my fiance, just kind of because he's fishing, so we'll try to get his fishing channel started, and he does like speed fishing. So it's basically gonna be like 5-minute fishing craft, but it's more of just speed up his videos and stuff. So it's really neat what he's doing. But
Oh yeah, because you could spend a whole night and day fishing, just
yeah,
not
this
catching.
this is gonna be because I am retired from the military, so my weekends are pretty free right now. So I'm trying to get out more often into the wilderness while I'm still doing all of this. It is like it's like a tiny home. So Dylan said it's like a tiny home. All right, let's see. It's Mitsubishi.
Oh, it's Mitsubishi.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Superman. Let's see. You guys talk. I'm still looking.
Yeah, no. I like those all-terrain vehicles. Before I had like BMWs and sports cars, but I got a Ford Bronco after the tornado, and it was nice to be able to drive on the grass again. And do some stuff and have some fun in the dirt and stuff like that. Especially out here in Texas, it's you have opportunities to go do that. So that's always been fun. But
okay, so it goes Roadrunner.
Roadrunner,
Yeah,
so that's what it's called. I don't know if Tinkle Tits has ever been off-roading out there in California and San Diego.
Me and my brother used to have an ATV, but we do have sand dunes out here between San Diego and Yuma.
Yeah, Yuma. I tend to Yuma.
Yeah, we have dunes. But I don't have too much experience off-roading. I mean, I am an Eagle Scout, so I do have experience like living off the land. But
nice.
But yeah, like I'm not gonna say I'm a pussy, but like I essentially like I try my best to not get put in situations where I have to live off the land, and I try not to do off-roading too much. I do live next to a mountain. Like I literally, like right now I'm pointing through my house. There's a mountain right there, and there's rattlesnakes and coyotes and stuff. So it's like I'm not like a city person. I mean, I am in the city. I'm technically in San Diego City, but I'm right next to a mountain.
Nice. Okay, so Sprinter, sorry. It's Mercedes, not Mitsubishi. Mercedes Sprinter 4x4 off-roading, right? So, and it's got, and you can customize it on the inside too. So,
did you get different tires? Like those tires look kind of small.
No, you can get different tires. You can get like anything. This is just one guy's setup. So this is the bed, but I've seen shower in the back over here set up. And it's really just customizable. So this guy just had it like some solar panels, some kitchen.
Wood paneling in the inside too.
Yeah. So it's like nice little off-roading thing, but the people have like completely different styles and stuff too. And it's pretty much the beast, like pretty much. Hold on, let me see. So this is the one that I was really looking at. And once I save enough money, and we're actually gonna do something about it. Yeah, so this is the one that I really want.
Oh yeah, those are good tires too.
Yeah. So imagine like doing like a cooking show, open this window, and then you have like the beach in the background, right?
That'd be beautiful.
Yeah, so some of the beds you can actually raise it up, and you have storage underneath it.
Nice.
I like how it's got gas powered stove. Nice little sink. Yeah. Tons of storage. Toilet.
And you could add stuff on the roof too. So like you can stack stuff on top. So I mean that's beautiful. I'm also thinking about like I bet that van could get out of Burning Man right now.
Right? I bet it
those
can.
treads on the tires. Those look nice.
I wouldn't try it out, but
No.
yeah, and then you can like really look into it, and they have like shower that's built in inside of it, like in the back as well. So, and it's crazy. It's all over the place. And then you can open the doors, and then the bed is right here, and you can have like beautiful background. So
yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I wouldn't even want to drive that out of Burning Man. Some of those Jeeps they cost like $100,000 too, and they're all decked out. Have you seen? I don't know. Have you seen?
Well, I'm just saying those are nice treads, though.
Yeah. Yeah, and I slap my kayak on the roof.
Put their tripod, like that one guy, he had his tripod standing up there and mounted on that thing, and
the possibilities are endless. Right now, all I want is just to get a camper, and then at later time, I'll be able to add on more and more things to it. So
does it take unleaded or diesel, or what is it?
It's diesel. Yeah, and then
gas prices here are crazy right now. I don't know about you guys.
I know, it's ridiculous. What are gas prices in Florida like?
I'm not sure. I'm in Texas, and they're okay. I mean, 3 something.
Yeah, I'm back in San Diego, but when I moved to Florida during the pandemic, gas was $2.12. Right now in San Diego, I gassed up for $5.60. So gas is pretty pricey here.
Yeah, I have an electric car.
Oh, nice. So, but I heard that costs quite a bit of money just to charge electricity sometimes, like in public. Like
okay, you're looking at someone that lives in the highest rates in the entire nation. San Diego's electric rates are higher than Hawaii. Like, we have the highest electric rates in the entire country. It's crazy. Higher than Alaska, higher than Hawaii, higher than anywhere. San Diego SDG&E is a monopoly. It's corrupt. They need to be dismantled. I still need electricity, so I have no option.
Yeah, I have solar. So I hashed out and then actually bought some solar. So when I charge my car, it's really just drawing from the solar, and I have a couple batteries installed, and it offsets my PG&E bill by quite a bit. But I still have to, like last year, because I paid for 1 year altogether. Last year I paid $1,500 for PG&E bill.
Oh wow!
For the whole year, but that's including that you have solar too.
Yeah,
they're trying to criminalize. SDG&E is trying to criminalize having solar. They're trying to charge you for even having solar. And so it's just like it's actually not even cost effective for me, like, because I've looked into it. I'm like, I could get solar, but it's not going to actually save me money. Yeah. And it's technically my parents' house. I live alone, but like it's technically a family property. But it's like they charge like my electric bill ranges anywhere from $200 to $500 a month. So it's pricey. Yeah. And I try to conserve too. And I do not run my AC. I have AC. I don't run it.
And you live up Sacramento area. It's pretty hot.
No, I live in San Diego. I used to live in Sacramento. Yeah. I used to go to Sac State.
Nice.
As an art major.
That's still pretty hot over there. Like, we don't have air. Well, we have air conditioner, we just turn it on like once in the blue moon. But it's because we just open our doors, and because we get the Bay Breeze.
Mhm.
So yeah,
That's
I'm just spoiled.
yeah.
Oh my God, Laf just said that their electric rate is $400 a month.
Oh,
Woo.
Jesus.
Do you live? Do you have a multiple income household? I live alone. $400 a month. I'd rather not. I'd rather not use my TV if that's how much it costs for me.
400, and plus you have like internet bill you have to pay, and you have all of this other stuff that you have to pay, and it hurts. Even if you become a middle class, right? And middle class in California, it's like upper middle class than anywhere else, right? But or low class in California, it's middle class in anywhere else.
Yeah, I'd say that's more accurate.
But the taxes, so the taxes they take it out of your paycheck, state taxes, federal taxes. So you're literally getting about 50% of your paycheck back, and plus you have to afford all of these bills and everything. So it's almost too impossible. The more money you make in California, the more money they're gonna take it out of you. So it actually benefits if you make about like
Yeah, you have to make like less than 75K, I think, to be in the lower tax bracket. So yeah, so that's why a lot of people hide their finances and stuff. But yeah, you know, in California, you can actually. So the Sacramento Bee is a website. It's a news organization, and you can look up state workers' finances. And I was looking up some of the people I used to work for. I couldn't believe the crap that I was seeing. I used to work for this one doctor that worked for the cancer center. He made like, was it $700,000 last in 2021? Like, and that's just what is public, you know, like there's all kinds of other stuff behind. So it's like, whoa, like you can look up people's finances in California. Go to the Sacramento Bee website, SAC Bee, BEE, like a honeybee. And you can look up state workers' finances. You can see how much their tax returns are public. Yeah, you can look it up right now.
Yeah. So federal employees' salaries are very public as well, but it also depends like on the location. Location like where you at, because you get locality pay for federal government, but the locality pay, it's still the money that you receive from the federal government, it's still not to par for where the location is, right? Basically, you're still lower upper class for state of California, because people in here, if you make about $200,000 a year, then you count like somewhat of a middle class, right? But it's especially in the Bay Area, like the San Francisco area. Let's say Silicon Valley, if you make $200,000, you're low class, you low upper class. Yeah.
200,000?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. I know a guy, he's a radiologist for San Francisco, like one of the hospitals in San Francisco. He makes about $400,000. And that's middle class. That's middle upper class.
Over here, you're pretty much rich in Texas if you do that. You know, it's crazy.
That's why people are moving out from California. They're keeping their jobs in Cali, and they're just moving out to like Texas, Idaho, anywhere else. Arizona, and Nevada, actually, Las Vegas. So all these Californian people are making housing go up and everything, like anywhere they move.
Yeah, when I was even when I was living in Florida, I guess I was kind of part of, you know, people. I was part of like the California exodus, where I was making California wages, working remotely, living in Florida. But here's the thing too, is like, you know, a lot of the corporations they're pushing back. Like my work is kind of forcing me to come back in the office. Currently it's 4 days a week. We're hiring more people, and so it's gonna be down to 3 days a week. But like one of my best friends works for Amazon, and Amazon has a headquarters in San Diego, Amazon Fresh, and he was fully remote for years, and now they're like, you have to come back into work or you're getting fired. And, you know, so I have a little bit more leeway than my friends do. Like my friends that work for Amazon, they are being forced to actually go back in person. But I mean, they make big bucks too. It's, you know, but at the same time, it's California. People were abusing the system, so I can kind of see where the corporations are coming from. Because I mean, I was living out of state. I was making California wages. It was great. Like, you know, I was able to pay for my dog's first dental surgery, just super easy. I didn't have to even think about like money or anything. But now that I'm back in San Diego, it's like, damn, like everything is so much more expensive. They're forcing us to come back in the office. Yeah, still.
Yeah, that's terrible though. And and the thing is, when people are like, when those jobs are forcing them to come back to the office, but they're not offering any kind of like living conditions, they're not offering anywhere to live. And the average rate, for example, in Silicon Valley is about $3,200. And that's for like one bedroom, right? And we're not even going to talk about San Francisco. And then we have all of this low income housing that are getting built up around the Bay Area, but those low income housing are by lottery only, so it doesn't guarantee the fact that you're actually going to get it. And so, like one time I applied for, because before I bought my condo back in the day, I applied for one of the low income housing. I wasn't making enough money after grad school. And basically, they denied me because I was making $500 more than the required price. So, but I was just like, just because $500, and they're like, nope, you make too much money. And that the problem, well, right now, for example, Facebook and Google are building they're building specific housing for their employees, and then they'll take out like a certain amount of paycheck from, like if they do live in there. But the thing is, the Google employees, there are so many of them. Facebook employees are so many of them that they're making them to come back, and there's not enough housing for those for them to provide. So it's like a double-edged sword in a way too.
Yeah, I think, you know, so Twitter tried to do that, right? So Twitter was like, hey, we're going to install more housing in our offices. And people were like, oh, that's because, you know, you fired everyone, and you know, everyone that has like H-1B visas, like they don't have a place to go because you don't even pay them enough, and you're not even paying rent. And but I think Google is doing like the right way about it. Like they're being a little bit more broad. It's kind of more like a hotel business as compared to Twitter. When Twitter was doing it, Twitter was more of, you're a slave of the company.
Mm-hmm.
And you can either shit in a bucket, or you can, you know, go back to whatever country you came from. That's kind of like the nuance that was kind of how it felt. Like it really was toxic. So Elon's Twitter is very toxic. I'm still part of Twitter, but yeah, like in terms of pay, like I'm really happy that Google is kind of stepping it up and kind of adding like a hotel kind of vibe in terms of like having like, I know they call them campuses, but like it really is kind of like a campus. Like they can eat, sleep, work, learn, do whatever. I'm not a Google simp. I'm just saying I like the direction that Google is taking, so I'm glad that you brought that up.
Hey, so people in the chat saying that I should call my van Asgard. So that way they'll be like, it'll be cool. Imagine saying I live part-time in Asgard.
Oh, you guys have all your cute dogs. Wait, should I get my dog too?
My cute dog ran away from me.
Hazmat ran away.
Get your cute dog. I want to see dogs. We like dogs. Oh yes.
Right. I'm trying to not back up too much because I'm not wearing pants.
Hey, Bobo, stop, Bojack.
All right, we should. Oh, by the way, everybody's welcome to join my Discord, but we have like a pretty good tight-knit community over there. My mods do screen people when they get over there, because we don't want any trolls or anything too.
Okay, so my dog is laying down, but let me pick her up. She's looking very cute and innocent. Hold on.
He's not wearing any pants, guys.
So my dog, she's 45 pounds. So
Aw.
I'm like, I feel like I'm
Yeah.
lifting right now.
She's so cute.
Yeah.
What kind of dog is she? A little.
So I did a DNA test, and because when I adopted her, they're like, yeah, she's like half cattle dog, she's half pointer. No, she's not. She's like 20 different breeds. Like,
That's
so
cute.
yeah.
Brendan, what kind of dog is yours? Is it Chihuahua?
He's part miniature pincher, part Chihuahua. Yeah.
Nice. It's a really cute. So dog names?
Bojack. When he's bad, I
Bojack?
call him Boj Simpson.
I love it. They are adorable.
My
Yes.
dog's name is Sadie. Sadie, apparently it translates. So I didn't name her. My brother's ex-girlfriend named her. Apparently Sadie translates, it's Hebrew for princess. And I'm like, damn, that actually fits because she is a princess.
Dave is in the house. Hey, welcome back, Dave. So we got a pretty good crew going on in here.
Cat person. Cat woman.
Cat. I have cats. I have one of my cats is Bitch Pants. The other cat is Garfield wannabe. The other one is the Queen. So no, it's a Misha. We have Misha, Leo, and Dasha. So 3 cats.
Yeah, I named my dog after BoJack Horseman from Netflix. I don't know if y'all have seen that show.
Yeah, I like that cartoon. I haven't seen it in a bit though, but yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's about
So Dylan said my dog is my world, and the kids, of course. And Dave is owl and hawk person. Nice.
So Hazmat gets along with your cats, huh?
Yeah, like all the dogs get along with my cats. One of my cats is like this big.
Oh wow.
He's like
yay big.
So he looks like Garfield, like straight up looks like Garfield.
Are your cats? Do your cats respond to catnip?
2 of them do. One of them only. She's so picky. She only likes one type of food. She doesn't like any treats. She doesn't want any treats, and she just I'm a princess. That's why we call her Bitchy Pants.
Bitchy Pants.
I grow catnip because my old roommate planted it in my yard, and I was always like my friend's cat's drug dealer. Like whenever I go to my friend's house, I would just have catnip. I would just give them tons of it. But I stopped doing that because I live next to a mountain, and apparently bobcats like catnip too.
Oh,
and so I had to get rid of it because I recently caught a bobcat in my backyard, and I'm concerned because I have a dog. The dog that you just saw, she's special needs, right? Because she's not going to even have teeth by next month.
No. So Dave said they have 6 cats, 2 dogs, 2 guinea pigs, 1 bearded dragon, and huge outdoor rabbits. And then Nikki's like, I'll swap a couple of my kids for cats. That's funny. All right, so we're like totally went off the topic over here.
I know.
I love it. No worries. No, this has been great. It's been really great. I have a couple musician guys over here coming over because they need to practice. They have a gig Wednesday, so they want to actually Wednesday or anyways, so they have a couple of gigs coming up and everything, so they're gonna come over here and around 4:00, so in about 15 minutes or so. But we got 15 minutes to hang out, and this has been amazing.
I just want to say, Zanime, it's nice to meet you, Brandon. It's good to see you again, my friend. Yeah. Thanks for having me on. I'll still hang out until you have to go too. So
yeah, no, for sure, hang out.
I just wanted to throw that in there.
So, but we are gonna end show like in about 15 minutes or so. So
yeah, and it's awesome. Thank you for getting Nerd Report Daily to that point over the top. To we got. Thanks to you, we got to 1,000 people there. And Jewel, Bernadette, Tingle Tits, Michael Nothing,
That's what we do. that's what we do. Is we support all their
Yes.
channels and everything, and it's a bit of a community in a way.
Yeah.
It's
And
like
I
really
didn't know about you before, this the Kylie Rodney thing stuff, going on back then. And then so it's like been a year since I've known about you, and but it's cool to talk to you finally, like after almost over a year now. So,
I stuck around for a whole year. I didn't particularly grow my channel. I could have grown my channel like pretty big if I
mhm,
wanted to, like actually talking about it or fighting with people or anything. But
mhm,
I didn't want to do that. I wanted to stay true to myself, and I wanted
mhm.
to like have a really good community coming in here, have good supporters, and just kind of so that way all these trolls and everything else, all this drama just goes away. And I think this year we're gonna actually grow our channel and then grow my other channel and then see where it goes.
Yeah, I like your standalone videos too, where you're just kind of you're starting to do the vlogging thing, and that's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
If you get your Sprinter van, that'll be awesome.
That's my birthday wish for next year. So we're gonna do like some fundraising.
Mhm.
I don't know. We'll be fundraising. Oh, we can do fundraising instead of fundraising, right?
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. That sounds awesome.
So we'll do like a fundraising, I don't know, and then some dad jokes. I don't know. I'm very cheesy. Like I don't know what people do for fun.
You know,
No, I know what people do for fun, but
I did a dad joke the other couple weeks ago with Jules. I go, "What do you call the rough part of Italy?" And she was like, "What?" Her accent.
yeah, yeah.
I go, "The spaghetto."
Just ghetto.
Yeah, and she was like, "No." Yeah,
Spaghetto. I love it.
yeah, no.
Is she from Jersey? I mean, I know
Yeah,
she
she's
lives in
from
Florida.
New Jersey. Yeah, and
I would
she
say
hates
her accent. Yeah.
she hates Jersey Shore references. So don't
Yeah.
feel free to bring it up if you want to
Hey,
make her make her mad.
what do you do? What do you do when an Italian gets caught? Like, what do you call him when an Italian gets caught?
Ricotta? I don't know. No
An
idea.
impasta.
Impasta.
Oh,
What happens when an Italian crosses the road?
What?
Forget about it.
Ah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All this Italian talk. Okay, so I've been talking to this Italian guy, and he is smoking hot. So this is just making me horny. I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut up. Stop talking about Italian stuff because this guy. Ooh.
yeah,
I have a question, Anime.
yeah.
What's the logo in the corner with the tree? That silhouette.
So this is my logo that I developed. So this is me.
Mhm.
The cypress tree is my favorite tree in the world, right? And
Mhm.
this is me, Hazmat, Dasha, and Misha. So these are my three animals.
Oh, okay. That's a beautiful.
Thank you. So it's a logo I developed for like just kind of it started out as a tattoo and it has like a little red heart in the middle as well if you take a look at the bigger one. Pardon me. And so I wanted to get a tattoo like this because it's like my happy place. And at the roots, I wanted to put like all the animals that passed away in my life that I loved.
Mhm.
But then it kind of turned into a logo for this crafty place because when I developed a small business for my family, and then now it's kind of became my logo itself, like my watermark.
It'd be cool if you could find like a intricate, artsy, abstract way to, put their names in the roots.
Yeah, I was just kind of like draw their names in there or something. So I made this logo myself.
Oh yeah, it looks good. I like it. I was wondering. I was like, what is.
Yeah, just the digital art that I did. Like, so that it's actual picture of me and a picture of Hazmat, picture of Dasha, picture of Misha, and then just darken it, put together and stuff. And I always like to wear hats when
Oh
I'm
yeah,
out.
no, I've seen your avatar on YouTube.
Oh
You show,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's my typical style. So I'm trying to be like more just kind of open, just get out there, put myself out there. Actually, like, people threw me out there, so I'm just sticking around, having fun.
Well, that's the best way to
Right?
be. Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
like you said, you could have blown yourself up last year and
I
wrote that
didn't.
book,
Yeah.
but you didn't, and I'm glad because you have. I mean, it seems like yeah. I mean, your people here that are regular viewers, and you have
Hmm.
integrity. You know, so it's not like something you're trying to ride some wave of. You
I
know.
yeah. I don't want that. I know some people grew the channel, like really grew the channel of my name. They grew the channel of Kylie Rodney's family, their name, and it's I to me it's just it's wrong. Like to me it's like you're just beating a dead horse in a way. And so all of those people that became your fans, they became because they came in because you were talking about certain topic, right? So you were
Mhm.
growing your channel of certain topic. So that's why I didn't want it to do that. I wanted to just get all this drama passed behind me. But I still stuck around. I was still did some cooking shows. We did like Xana's back porch stream, you know, things like that. And now we had built like an actual community here, actually like good supporters. And on Discord, we're building a community, and then we're gonna start growing the channel. So it's not about like how big of the channel is. I think it's the quality of the supporters. It's the quality of people who keeps want to come back for the content. Like Mel's channel, Ikid Mel's channel, I love his community. I love his channel because they're very like supportive and everything, and then he cares for his community as well, so
Mhm.
that to me that's beautiful. So
Yeah.
it then, like, if you have, I don't know, if you have 100,000 subscribers but everybody's like really good and supportive in those, well, majority of them good and supportive with this 100,000, so your life is fulfilled.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, and yeah, the communities that I partake in, I'm happy to be a part of them, and they're always nice and they show love, even no matter how big they get or not. You know, it's
Hmm.
just always the
Yeah,
people.
see,
Yeah, I choose to surround myself. Yeah, same.
quality over quantity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when it comes to, and I hate how there's a phrase for this. It's the YouTube drama community, right? It's like the crime
Hmm.
drama. I just like I've found myself kind of subscribing to some of the Chroma channels. I kind of got caught up in it, and then I realized, like this is like very toxic for me. Like I unsubscribed. I unfollowed several Chroma creators. By the way, like I'm gonna throw it out there, Zav Girl. I could not stand her for more than like the first 10 minutes I ever heard her. But I saw a lot of that stuff go down in real time when, yeah. And I know we're talking about it right now, and I'm part of it now apparently because I'm talking about it. But what I do want to say is like I pulled myself away from it. I stopped giving money to these creators, and I'm focusing more on people I care about. People that I feel like put out like real good content instead of just like drama. So the Chroma community, I'm not for it anymore. I guess I used to be. Yeah, I guess I'm changed. I don't know.
You're muted.
Shoot. So no, that's great, because, and it takes a very strong individual to actually take a look, like step back and take a look what everything was going on and the morality within, and say like, well, I don't want to be part of this. I don't want to be part of this. I want to go and support other creators. I want to support positivity within the creators, because there's always two sides to everything, right?
Hmm.
And what Zap Girl did, and I can talk about it because I don't really care. What Zap Girl did, it was devastating. It was devastating to my family because, yeah, I'm standing out here and I'm defending my family, but they're the ones that watching it. They're like, I'm not gonna stop them from watching Zap Girl and all the trash that she, put out there. And there's one funny moment where she was reading out my LinkedIn profile, and then she couldn't even read some of my qualifications. And she's like, I can't pronounce that. I was like, ah, sucker.
Yeah.
But right now it's funny, like, to look back. But at the moment, it was difficult. Like, I've never dealt with anything like this before. Yeah, I've dealt with bullying before and everything, but not on that scale, like where hundreds of thousands of people after you. And
Mm,
I've never dealt, like, there are millions. There's over 7 million views for all of those different videos, right?
yeah.
And the fact that, like, majority of those people, like, they look at it, they would believe it. They would just follow blindly. And it was like, well, I'm just a tiny channel. I can't defend myself. And that's why I ask for help. And that's why Andy, because Andy from Popcorn Planet,
Yeah, Andy.
he at the moment he's like, well, I haven't really been, like, don't even really know your story or anything else. I was like, well, how about you just listen to my story and then see how much hate, because that's one thing that I wanted to bring out, to show people how much hate one person was receiving. People,
Mm.
like, hated me still to this day. It's
Okay.
either they were just like, oh, she's this, I don't like her. I was like, okay, well, I don't care if you like me or not. Like, just don't come on my page and do some crazy stuff. Like,
Yeah, I've seen a couple people, like they made a stream before, and then I've never talked to them ever, and they were calling me the B word. They're like, Brandon's a B, and like,
yeah,
and I was like,
exactly.
I never even talked to you. Like, what the heck is this? So I've received hate before, and it was just like, what?
Yeah, and then it's like, I've never mentioned a certain someone's mother, and then, like, she come out and with a B word, like this B. I was like, wow, you really don't like, you really don't understand, like, what really happened. And if anything, like, ever comes out, or if, like, somebody, if they're doing an interview or something, I don't know. But if anything, like, really comes out, people get to see, like, holy crap, like, because I kept it hidden. I kept it away. I kept it just kind of in a corner because I wanted to make it go away. But
Mm-hmm.
yet I let all the comments up there. They're still up there. There's still all the negative comments and everything. They're still there. All the hate is still there. And it's not going to get deleted. It's going to be still there because I wanted to show people how much one person can endure and set an example for others, saying, like, hey, it's okay. You can handle this. You can move forward with this.
Yeah, and you don't
So
name it. You're not naming names or anything. You don't do it personally. So it's like you don't give breath to that kind of toxicity.
exactly. Exactly. And then, like, if people reached out to me with their stories, people reached out with their cyberbullying stories, because this is not just the only community that's out there. And, like, for example, with Tinkle, see what happened to
You've
him.
been, yeah.
Yeah, and then I know another person that actually went with IP2 community, with IRL, the whole in real live streaming with, like, RV people, like, real live streaming. That was, like, the bottom of the bottom YouTube I've seen. And, like, all the hate that's happening over there, all this cyberbullying and squatting and everything, it's not within just one community.
Yeah, and I like that y'all, a lot of us, we don't act like victims. We just carry on. We're just like, okay,
Exactly. Exactly.
forward,
Like,
think forward.
Well, one thing that I've learned from all this is I'm doing the clap emoji. Document everything. Don't and it's good to not delete stuff, because guess what? That's evidence. So you never know when you might need to refer back to it. You never know when discovery might need to be called upon it. So,
mhm.
don't. I'm trying not to live my life as if everything's legal, but it's hard to not feel that way because I've been dealing with so much stuff, and I used to work in a law firm. So, yeah. Um,
Yeah. So Lisa Boo right here said, they're getting their VR karma. I'm a huge believer in karma. Like, I've seen karma happen, like, in real life. Like, in real life, I've seen karma, like, really happen. And right now, karma is happening on a large scale as well within the past, like, 3 months. And So for like the stuff that I have witnessed when the karma came around, I don't even want to like upset her. Like whoever the karma is, I don't even want to upset her or like come near her whatsoever because. But
Yeah, I don't
anyways,
believe in calling karma the saying karma's a bee. I don't believe in saying that because I'm like, I
no,
don't even
no, 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 no. Karma is great. You know, karma is great. If you deserve it, you deserve it. Like if
mm,
I'm not saying I'm an angel. You know, obviously I did.
yeah,
You know,
I got
like
my
nobody is.
devil horns, too.
Yeah, I had karma came my way before too, and I was like, oh crap, I really shouldn't have done this or should have said this. And I was like, well, now I'm paying for it, so
It's like that Boy George song. It comes and goes. Karma
yeah.
chameleon. I mean, it can, you know, adjust itself to any situation and change the
Yeah,
colors. It
yeah,
comes and
exactly.
goes.
Karma. That's funny. Karma. Yeah, so lead by example, everybody. So, anyways, it's 4 o'clock. We've been on for 3 hours. Wow.
Good stream.
I usually do stream like between 1 to 2 hours. But lately I've kind of been doing 3 hours. I was like, but I'm surprised people are still around, and the fact that you guys stuck around here and made this show a lot more interesting. And I would love to have you both back. If you don't mind sticking around after we're done and everything, so we can just exchange some information. And I want to pick your brain, Brendan, really fast.
Okay.
So, okay, so let's catch up with the last comments. Karma's a cat purring in my lap because he loves me. Taylor Swift. Nice. Nice. I remember that night you were on Tiny Dodge's channel that night like yesterday. I literally wanted to go through the computer screen. A lot of people did. A lot of people like saying they really wanted to just like reached out and just like stop what's happening. Stop all this gaslighting that was happening at the moment. Yep,
Mhm.
we're hoping there. Be nice to Karma. All right, so everybody, we love you here. Like seriously, thank you so much for hanging out and everything. And I hope this kind of content that you really enjoyed, and I hope that you just keep coming back and then keep supporting this channel, and then that way we can provide you a lot more content like this and having nice little podcast chit chatting, starting out with one topic and then ending with another topic. So be nice to Karma, be very nice to Karma, because Karma, we're not going to say it. Karma is beautiful. So remember, stay true to yourself, love yourself, and be yourself. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Hold on. Where's my outro?